Collective. If you'd like to join us over on YouTube today, links in the bio. You are eligible for a free reading during the live stream. Love and Light YouTube Collective. We are back at it again today, bedhead and all, with our Sunday self-care messages. So listen up, sit tight, make yourselves comfortable, of course, firstly. And also, firstly, thanks for joining. That's amazing of you, right? Doesn't work so well without you. Otherwise, it's kind of maybe even sad. Makes sense. So thank you so much for those that actually join. Come on, take moments or hours out of your day. Some, okay, maybe not all. But my goodness, you guys, I woke up today to a beautiful notification from the studio, as it were, through YouTube. The channel has reached 3,000 view time hours. That's a lot, you guys. Love and Light, J-Way. Good morning, Grand Rising. So that's really amazing, you guys. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for participating. Thank you for your happy dance, J-Way. You're going to get me started, aren't you? I can feel it. I'm not even awake enough. My goodness, last night almost took me out, y'all. You guys check out the All Signs live streams. Okay, there's multiple. We still got one more to bang out. Can you believe it? Girlie was going in deep. I tried so damn hard just to be like, okay, boop, boop, boop. And Spirit was like, here's the sitch. We're going down the rabbit hole for like almost every sign. I'm like, oh my God. But, you know, we got more Evil Eye to talk about. Makes sense. Chosen ones, right? And so sit tight for the self-care Sunday messages, yes, but we also have Aquarius, Libra, Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries to bang out for the continuation of the All Signs reading that Spirit is emphatic we, get to the heart of regarding Evil Eye, who's doing it and why. All right, so those are the signs that we have yet to go through. Now, there are 2 other videos that have the other signs, all right? The signs weren't done in any particular order, so I really have no idea how to tell you, which sign is in which. But, it's worth the hunt, okay? A lot came out. It felt like very personal readings for each sign, so, take what resonates. Makes sense, okay? I think I'm going to go ahead and take questions. All right. So, Jay, you know what to do. All right. Instagram, if you'd like to know what to do too, head on over to YouTube and do it already, would you? All right. If not, sit tight. We're going to get to this Sunday self-care message sesh in just a few. Okay. Yes, the bell has rung. I think it's all on you, Jay, though. You get the gold star for being that first in line. Not that there was a line, but claiming. I'm claiming. But yes, the bell has rung. So if you have a question, go ahead. If not, we can get into it. No worries. You want to wait? Okay. All righty. So whoever and who all ever I'm talking to, all right. You are coming out, I almost said as always, right? So this could be someone who has Aquarius chart placements, doesn't have to be the case. I'm trying to hide certain aspects of the card, as beautiful as it is. You're coming out as the star energy, all right? I wish I could show her. She's not really, they've shaded out the goodies, as it were. There could be some significance to ancient Egyptian civilization. You could identify clearly as an old soul. I'm hearing to say you also have steep esoteric knowledge, okay? Could also be even occultic type of knowledge. You got otherworldly knowledge here, bro, sis, okay? And with this death card, all right, these cards are so beautiful. I was drawn to this Om deck, I think it's called. The lovely Om deck, for those wondering. So beautiful. You could be, gosh, that is almost giving Evil Eye. It's not, though, but I had to check. There could be some significance to morning glories as well. But you're going through this I'm hearing to say intended. I'm trying to say transformation, but I'm hearing intended transformation. So whoever this star is, whoever this star is, you've intended to be your better version of yourself. Okay. Which kudos to you. Love and light, Shanice. Good morning to you, honey bun. And so that's really freaking amazing. You know, this death card is also giving respect. Like it's like some aspect to like, hey, you know how like, you know, there's love and light and then there's other stuff and they fuck with you too. Right. It's giving as above, so below. Ashe, ashe. All right. Those that know. Okay. So, you know, not to like scare you or nothing, but you got protection of all kinds and nothing wrong with that. I'm probably sure you deserve that much. Some might say you earned that much. Okay. But this is kind of giving like, you know how like there's like guides and then there's like the goon version of the guides, you know, no disrespect attached to the word goon. It's just matter of factly stated. It's like how like you probably, you know, there's like gods and goddesses and then there's like the dark side of them because like, you know, you ask for that side to come. Yeah. Yep. They fuck with you too. Okay. So this intended transformation is at least part and parcel of your soul contract, perhaps. See where I'm going with this? You guys, you don't get the protection of all kinds all around when you're just sitting there twiddling your thumbs. You're carrying star, Aquarius or not, great purpose. All right. This level of intention connected to the transfer, the transformation, the transformative process is intentional because it is part and parcel of your soul's calling, blueprint, agenda, mission, life path, life purpose, whatever tag words you need, right, connected to this to understand that's what's going on. All right. So I think maybe I'm talking about that because along the way, why the hell am I like this? Why is my life like this? Like, why can't I just, you know, like me the other day, I'm like, man, I'm trying to be on my downtime in a happy place that I enjoy. And I just effortlessly heal people. I just effortlessly, I cannot not find myself on the daily in a position where I am pouring into another. And that's not in the toxic sense where it's like, oh, I can't stop. No. What I'm saying is like, I'm noticing, I'm observing my life purpose, my life path, you know. So this is part and parcel of what the star person, and I have to like, I don't want to overarch the death. Why, right? It's just I can't really show her. And you could be a female, doesn't have to be the case. But you know, I can't really show all aspects of the star. Maybe that's why you were hidden in plain sight for a while too here, honey bun. The divine was like, well, you want to talk about strategy and the divine? They go hand in hand. The divine is the ultimate strategist. Are you kidding me? Right? Like we think we're shaking shit up. You know what I'm saying? We're all like, okay, last time I did this work. The divine is like already hyper calculated the situation. It's like the variables are 15. Out of the 15 variables, you've got 5 other positions that you could take while navigating through these waters if you should choose. Like, I mean, it's a far above and beyond, you know, our muggle selves abilities, right? That's why we always talk about the divine having our back and as above, so below, because it's part and parcel of our existence. We need them, just like God, goddess needs us. All right. Now, religion will say, like, okay, now we need all the needs are on our side. We're SOL if the divine doesn't want to comply. And it's like, that's so funny because there's no severability between us and the divine. So the divine already complied because we exist. So now what? Well, now what is you've won? You're the winner, the victor, not the victim. What happens now is what? You live your best lives according to your own desires, the amount of work, possibly discipline you place upon your path, right? And not in a toxic, like, hey, you know, I'm SOL if I do nothing. Oh my God, did I do enough? Let me worry about this. Was that the highest vibrational version of the timeline you could find? Because I'm pretty sure, look up, babe, look up. Keep going. Because you're supposed to be in baseline energy, even on a bad day, which looks like calm, peace, and serenity in spite of the fuck shit, the circumstances, the demonic projection, the storms, the bills, the deadlines. Okay. I'm hearing somebody is missing a family member. Somebody does not know where a family member is. It could be like a niece, nephew, cousin. They're fine. They will emerge. Give it 4 days. 4 to 6 days. They're fine. So let's talk about this star going through this transformation. Okay. We're going to talk because it's not as childlike as it maybe sounds, right? Oh, it's all magical. It's all wondrous. Even Charlie, before getting to that wonder magic moment in the factory, did a bit of work, right? Had to struggle with belief, had to struggle with, should I not give up? Do I have to give up? Right? He was counseled over this. No, you shouldn't give up. Yeah, you should buy the bar. Right? He didn't just wake up and find himself floating at that fan like, wow, with his grandpa, like, wow, this is a neat dream. No, there were some actions, right? There were some mental processes between the point of the contest even existing and actually getting in behind the gate to the factory, right? Let's also talk about, why did the contest exist? Some might say, well, the storyline goes, and here's what I'm saying. Higher-minded individuals go, because that contest existed, it existed for Charlie. Without Charlie, there's no contest. Because that was a fated encounter. Charlie was fated to receive that ticket. Because that ticket exists, it exists for Charlie. Charlie was the one that had to do the work to keep it. He already had it. But he had to believe, I'm going to buy another bar. I'm going to buy this bar. I'm going to talk to my grandpa about this. Grandpa's going to talk to me about this because it's a fated destiny helper. Don't give up, Charlie. You got to. Then there was the other fated destiny helper in the crowd randomly out of left field. Charlie, you better run home, Charlie, with that freaking ticket. Run home, Charlie. Protecting the fate that already existed. Best believe if the divine should have ever found somewhere along the way that ticket, for whatever reason, seemed like it didn't any longer exist, and didn't any longer exist for a Charlie, a chosen one, best believe Charlie never needed that ticket. Charlie is the ticket. You see where I'm going with this, collective? This is the facts. Get the cheat codes. Understand this. This is what I mean by, because you exist, you already fucked around and won. Too late. You already are the ticket to unlock and garner access from wherever you are already fated to be. There is no way around it except for your non-belief, your disbelief. If Charlie got stubborn, okay? See, the divine will give us, most of us are stubborn, let's be honest, right? That's how you fucking stay alive. Like, oh no, I refuse to give up. Like, oh no, I will fight till the death, if need be. Because I'm not going to lay down and be rolled over, right? Stubborn. We're not here to shit on being stubborn. We're here to tweak that energy to make it work for us in the highest vibrational sense, okay? So instead of being stubborn about, the world is crappy, everybody hates me. And I'm not saying that you didn't have a catalyst with which to present a possibility should you think and feel like that. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, get stubborn in your faith. In spite of everyone not liking me, in spite of me being all alone, seemingly, because the spirit realm trumps this. We're never alone here. Okay? I refuse to give up until I get to the path where I see on the other side of that glorious stubborn energy. Right? Let's make stubborn positive, right? On the other side of that glorious stubborn energy where you just refuse to give up, you just refuse to believe that you are 1,010% unlovable. You just refuse that. You just refuse to believe that you will die alone. Romanticlessness is your fortune. You refuse to believe that. I'm making up words, just go with it. Make that be your stubborn ability, your superpower, Okay. That's what we mean by retweaking the perception so that we can call in who and what all we want to experience all the more faster. And again, most of it is fated to occur anyhow. That's why we say because it exists. Okay. All right. We're talking about this because your current energies is giving you feel asked out. I get it. Maybe you got reason to feel like that. I'm not here saying like, hey, you're delusional. You should never feel like 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Discs. I get it. We get it. The divine gets it. It's a fucking war zone out there, literally, at the moment. But, current energies can also be quite elusive according to what really is going on. And again, what really is going on is we are all Charlie in this scenario, and we are all fated to be that golden ticket, to be that gift, and to receive that gift, that fated experience, that fated connection, that fated miraculous turnaround in health, in circumstances, business or otherwise, okay? Whatever and what all ever this is inclusive of, honey bun, make it fit. In this instance, the command is make it fit. Because in this instance, we're not fitting a square peg into a round hole or vice versa. It just already is that you exist as this gift, as this ticket, as this Charlie from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, for those that maybe just tuned in. AKA chosen ones energy. Make sense? So you really got to grab onto that, because the world is going to try to rock that faith. And again, get stubborn in it, not the other stuff, right? That's how you make it to the point where you're getting behind the gates here. Irregardless of what's behind the gate that you're looking to receive, you're looking to call in, you're actively manifesting. Did you hear what I said? You're actively manifesting what's behind the gate. Don't you want to go? It exists. Because it exists behind that gate for you. You've got it now. I didn't say you're at the gate. Oh my goodness, I hope somebody's getting this. Because what we're talking about by this is this ace. Ace of what? Wands. We want to talk about the amount of passion, happiness, emotional contentment, satiety with your path and your purpose. That look at the background of this card. Is it giving dull, oppressed, depressed, discontented, disgruntled energy? I don't think so. It's giving childlike wonderment. It's giving passion, of course, but creative aspects of a path that might otherwise be quite ordinary, or dare I say dull and uninviting. Isn't this enough of a depiction to get you to really get excited about getting stubborn in that faith ability of yours? Let's make all aspects of ourselves the superpowers that they are. So what if you're stubborn? Go on. Just do it in the higher vibe sense of the word stubborn, right? And then they'll really be disgruntled about that. See, people love to talk to you and at you about you up until they realize that the very stones that they were throwing at you, whether rolling off their tongue or not, you used and took creative notes, and you took them and built other versions of yourself, so that this is so funny, so that the next time that they go around to talk about you, you're not even the one in their mouth like they think you are. You don't even exist as that version anymore. And that's why we're always like, fly above, continue to ascend. Because as you do this, collective, you are no longer the old, crappier versions of yourself. And that's not me calling you out saying like you're a piece of shit. It's just that when you do the work to get to the 2.0 version of yourselves and more, there's so much more, right? You go, yeah, that's not the highest vibrational version of myself. And so it's kind of giving, if you had to be a teddy bear in your past, you're giving the tatter version with the missing eye and the missing arm, right? You can't get around it. It's all right. We're here to learn and grow out of where we started from, right? So no shame about it. It's just that you too would see that. It's not a call to say, oh, you're messy, or oh, you're less than. It's a call to fuck around and find out how amazing you already are. Because again, because you exist, you already exist at that 5.0, 7.0, 8.0 version of yourselves, unless you believe otherwise and say, no, not me. And then you relinquish your birthright. Oh, I'm talking to somebody, to align to that 5.0, that 8.0, that 9.0 version of yourselves. And so you're restricting your path and your experience, right? It's giving, well, you got the ticket, Charlie. Why don't you use it and go? Show the man you have the ticket, Charlie. You got the, Charlie, you are the ticket. Show yourself, Charlie. I'm talking to someone. And show yourselves you should, because you are being highlighted here in your current energies. All right, so get out of that 5 of disc space. And you need to make a decision about doing just that, okay? Because I see the 2 of Swords decision-making card at the bottom of the deck. And I want you to look closely. Gosh, I really appreciate those tips and donations so that we can get better equipment here. I am trying so hard, collective, to get you to see the childlike person illustrated on this card, okay, standing at the doors there behind those 2 swords. Now, Instagram, I know you can see because I'm able to use my cell phone. So thank you for those on YouTube and anywhere that tell anyone about the YouTube channel so that we can get, picked up on the algorithm. All right. And I can use my cell phone on the YouTube platform. Wouldn't that be, I'm telling you, it's phenomenal. I can see it right now. Okay. But back to you. All right. 9 of discs. 9 of discs speaks to being really stable. 9 of disc people, whether guy, girl, what have you, are often evil-eyed. Let's talk about it. And we do and will be later on today. Because it almost seems like, like, well, right, you get the naysayers, like, well, why does Sylvia have that? Because last I heard, her and her husband weren't doing so well. Or last I heard, there was like some sort of failure attached. And the thing is, the whole time, chosen ones, in certain aspects, it can feel like you're a sitting duck, right? You always, for whatever reason or reasons, whether you feel, even on a personal note, like you're doing good and or bad, right? Have eyes on you, people wondering about your business, people telling you they know your business and don't know a damn thing. They don't know a damn thing. They want to know so bad. They talk about how they don't know sometimes. Like, you're just always in somebody's mouth, man. Right? Why is that? Because you are, again, getting ready to be, and or already, some of you are already seeing evidence of this being highlighted. Why is that? Because, chosen ones are contracted to assist others in some form or measure. I'm not saying we all have platforms. I'm not saying we all read cards, okay? In some form or measure, assisted with teaching some of these spiritual laws and principles. Hey, if you get stubborn in your faith, and not the other stuff, not stubborn in, refusing to heal. But if you actually get stubborn in faith that you can heal to the point where the path gets better, you can see that the path gets better. Well, some people aren't going to do the work on the strength of just hearing that in their ear gate. They want to see that shit. And they don't want to actually waste the time or effort. They don't want to invest to be able to see it. So enter we with our stubborn ass faith-filled selves, moving and shaking through these spiritual laws and principles, taking the cheat codes and working them. And yes, it's for ourselves, our betterment, our loved ones, right? Dare I say, even part and parcel of our protection. But it don't stop with just you. And we're all connected. Makes sense? So again, going back to the eyes, they're all over you because you're doing the damn thing. You're amazing. You are divinity walking. You are karma. And you teach karma through your existence more times than you ever will through your mouth gate. Make sense? All right. So taking you to the 9 of discs. And with that decision-making card at the bottom of the deck, a couple things. You already chose this path. You're just walking it out and awakening to it, some of you. And we're all somewhere on the path, no judgment, only love and light, right? We're talking about this for guidance, not for, a means with which to feel a victim. So please don't be that one. You're too much to be simply and solely a victim. I'm not here saying that you were never victimized. And I'm damn sure never going to be here saying that someone never intended to victimize you. Unfortunately, I wish I could say otherwise, but we're here. Spiritual warfare is a thing. It's why we're here. It's why we are contracted and chose. Yes, we did. As insane as that truth sounds and feels, we chose to be here, right now, doing exactly what we are doing and experiencing exactly what we are experiencing. And if you don't like that, please know that you've got the power to change it. And now I'm not talking about unaliving yourself. I'm talking about getting these cheat codes and tweaking the path. You can't change everything, but you can damn sure change your world, and whatever and what all ever it includes. All right. Now, you're not here to be a control freak about it. That's why we're always expected to commune with the divine so that we don't get hemmed up thinking it's literally us against the world. See how that works? So if that's you fearing that, I have all of this that I've got to do by myself, and I'm not judging you. I literally am still actively working out of some aspects of that. And it is not an overnight process. Try doing just even that work alone, plus having, and many of you are, a dark night of the soul experience. It is a lot. Even the dark night, though it's almost listed as like, hey, just one and done, and it's just one night, and it's just at nighttime. That's not the truth. Okay. In case anyone wondered, the dark night can hit, at any hour of the day or night. And once it hits, it's kind of lingering for a while. You got to work through it, babe. And it's never really just like a 3-day experience, a 15-minute experience. There's all sorts of variables depending on who and what you are and what all you're contracted to do and what all you're blueprinted with. There's an awakening process. And because the divine does afford us grace, often far reaching than the grace we afford unto ourselves, which we've got to work on. All right. There's a process to it. So don't get disgruntled in the process. The fact that, it may seem like ripping back an onion layer version of the veil instead of just a full swoop of, I can see now. Would you want to see that fast when you weren't ready? Again, you got to do the work. All right. Some of these new truths are like a big old mind fuck. Can you handle 3 of them in a day or a night? Right? All at once simultaneously sometimes. Some of us are getting downloads. Last night on the live alone, I got downloads like it was just like a dumpster fire. Like, wait, so you wanted to give me 4.59 downloads to then like regurgitate out to the collective on a live stream right now? Like, are you kidding me? And yet you're going to be expected to handle it. Why? Because you can. And quite honestly, if the divine's asking you to, it's because it's necessary, right? Could have been something going on in the spirit realm. And I say that tongue in cheek as to why I would have had to grab that shit before something tried to block it. Again, we were speaking evil eye. Makes sense that there might have been somebody intending to project a blockage, right? But as you continue to go down this path or up the path, all right, because it's not some form of punishment or demotion, yet I feel like there is a concern that it might be somewhere along the path. I need you to know that's a very real concern, right? But it's not necessary. You are on the great side of karma. The fact that you came out the gate as the star is giving at least Earth Angel energy. We're talking lotus flowers being depicted around you in your nature. That's giving old soul, otherworldly ET vibes, right? Like, I mean, I could go on and on and on. You could definitely resonate as starseed energy, as you should, because you're a chosen being, a chosen one. All right. Keep on the path. Allow the cycle to close and work for you. Again, stubborn in faith. Yes, they're walking away. Yes, you're guided away. Yes, people, places, and things are leaving, maybe even inexplicably. Keep going. This is the pruning process. You are being freed. You are not being punished. Okay. Get into the full card action. All right, action out, do your part. But with this pairing, and I need to say it this way quite nicely, with this devil card energy, spirit in this aspect of highlighting you is indicating that you are going to be more than pleasantly pleased. This is a new path up ahead, whether simply and solely in general and or in love and or in business. Quite pleasantly pleased, yes, but also surprised. This is giving more than you could have dreamed, more than you asked for. This is also giving an element of surprise because, some of you have done some manifestation, um, you know, stuff, okay, rituals even. All right. Writing down, scripting things out, being grateful to the universe about through, the process of writing. 369 Nicholas Tesla method also comes to mind. Okay. So whatever this is, it could have been prayers as well. Could have just been simple thoughts here and there. Okay. And you guys are so powerful. This is why we're always like, hey, make sure you're thinking what you want to receive, what you want to think about, right? Make sure you're talking just the same, okay? Because you're very powerful. So, the element of surprise is coming here through for the collective resonating with this message, because there are some aspects that, you either think about, thought about, talked about, that you ultimately manifested. And I don't know that you guys remember everything. It's reminding me of the times where it's like, maybe I put some things down that I wanted to release. And so I did like a burning bowl, right? Like I just, write it down and, just with the air of gratitude, just set out the intention to release myself from these things, practices, people, mindsets, etc. Right. And then, I burn the paper. It's like, man, I don't really know what was all on that. Right. So if that's you, get ready. Okay. You resonate with doing something similar, right? Because the divine's bringing it all in and then some. Okay. So there's the element of surprise with it. But, usually when you see the devil card, it's like, oh, there's some toxicity. Not here with this Fool card. All right. You're so protected here. And we started out the session indicating that, as above, so below. It's like even on your bad days, somebody hurt you, somebody just really wronged you, betrayed you. It's like even the lower vibe managers are like aware. They're like, oh, I see that offense. Uh-huh. Huh. Because it's almost like whoever you are, it's like, there's like managers and then there's like corporate or like regional manager, general district manager, right? And it's almost like, the underlings are like, oh shit, like, like demons such and such tried it, man. If that gets up to corporate. I don't know why I'm making it about business or employees, but could be about that, right? And with this Four of discs or Four of Pentacles leading to the 10 of Cups here, collective, you're just being asked to stay the course. All right. Stay stubborn in that faith. The Four of Discs talks about grippage, man. Like it's like, nah, I'm holding on to this one. Like, I don't want the others. Like I really want this one. Maybe that's part and parcel of what's behind that gate. Right? It is that connection. It is that lover. It is that business getting off the ground. Whatever you've been stubbornly applying seeds of manifestation to. All right. And by stubborn, of course, we're talking about the faith-filled version, not the toxic self-sabotage. How about now kind of, impatient version. And the 10 of Cups, I mean, there could be some significance to LGBTQ plus, could be some significance to the rainbow. It doesn't have to be. It's really talking about the glorious ending, which is your new beginning. beginning. Okay. With that 10, we're talking 10. Yes, but what does 10 mean? Help. Okay. It means endings and new beginnings. All right. And that's exactly part and parcel of this rebirth energy, leading to the Ace of Cups on the other side of that Two of Swords decision. I do want to talk about the Two of Swords as well. With this decision, you've got to also be mindful to engage your inner child's wisdom. All right. Often the inner child is, part and parcel of that money making energy. All right. So it's part and parcel of that creative energy. It makes sense. You wouldn't want to block out the inner child, but also some of you need to continue or start recoaching it. Okay. I'm looking at the Eight of Swords as I'm saying that aspect of the channeling. So your inner child, could have taken a hit because of some drama, lack of understanding. Shit happens, especially when you're young, and the adults are like, oh no, the kids won't understand, which is so funny because the kids are like not nearly as affected by the veil. But I guess maybe that's why the adults affected by the veil think that the kids, maybe can't understand or shouldn't try. It's bittersweet because, often, obviously you're supposed to be in the mindset of protecting a child. But then there's the overarching aspect where it's you protect the child to its detriment, right? And now it's actually more vulnerable than had you have just allowed the child to work and process through the event, through the knowledge and information with you instead of on their own years later. You know what I mean? Like, don't be that parent or that guide, please. Okay. Help the children, right? Help them process, help them learn to emotionally regulate. Okay. Because the world and the streets are not going to do that. They'll lie and say they will, but so that's coming through for someone. But this Ace of Cups, all right, aces speak of divine breakthrough assistance. Ace of Cups speaks generally and generically in the textbook sense of a new path in love. So if this is a relationship, you get a new path, you get a second chance, a fourth chance, whatever, depending on who all I'm speaking to or about. But I just really get that this is kind of coinciding quite nicely with the Ace of Passion, the Ace of Wands. On the other side of this collective, irregardless of whether or not this is connected to love, and I really don't want to go down the rabbit hole of love because it's not just that. If I'm perfectly honest, we're going to get to the cards in a few, but business is also here. Okay, so please, if you're thinking, okay, I'm not really here for love, this probably isn't my message, that's not true. Please don't believe the hype. Okay, check those thoughts. Are they from me? Did I want to think them? Also, if so, why? Are they nice to me? Do they help me, or do they just take from me? Are they allowing me to spin out? Do I like to spin out? And if so, why? Like, do the work. Okay, because milling about with your head half cocked is not on the menu. Okay, especially if you're looking to brighten your future, your current path, even inclusive. All right. Sun, solar energy all around. We've already talked about ancient Egyptian civilization. Ra is also being highlighted to me at this time. But please be mindful. The inner child may need some recoaching. All right. People weren't always there for it. You weren't always aware of it. Makes sense that some aspects of it might have fallen through the cracks and maybe broke down a bit. All right. Go in with your coach hat on, your parent hat on, your super bestie hat on, and really give that child, and again, we're still talking about you here, okay? You got to go in with it and give it what it needs, all right? If you should ever find that it needs something that's toxic, you got to talk to it about why. A lot of people that have substance abuse issues, if they really just were having this conversation with their inner child, even over a therapist, they might actually get to the healing a lot faster and a lot less clinically, and maybe even a lot cheaper. Just saying. I'm not here saying never go to a therapist. My goodness. Okay. I'm just saying, please be mindful to do your work, but also really might be mindful that you have the power to do it, the capability to do it. Some of you just maybe never thought about that. Oh, I should actually talk to my inner child. Because, now that I'm thinking about it, I did go through a level of trauma. I did, endure some really terrifically horrific things, events. And my inner child was present for that, even though I was 18, even though I was 23, things like that. Okay. So be mindful, because when that inner child gets left unchecked, you're kind of operating out of some form of sitting duck energy. And I'm not here to word curse, I'm here to enlighten. Okay. Because when you don't have proper footing about who you are, you don't have like a full resolve and contentment on who you are. It can affect your functionality in general, as well as in the workplace, as well as in business, as well as in caring connections. See how we talk about hurt people hurting people? Those same hurt people can't keep businesses off the ground. Those same hurt people, put shit up their nose and lose their business. They lose their loved ones. They see, it's all connected. Okay, so that's coming through for someone. Really be stubborn about connecting with the inner child. Maybe your inner child is stubborn because it was taught through neglect that it's all alone and nobody cares, and nobody, not even yourselves, will listen. And that's a bitter sweet pill to swallow here, but you got to swallow it nonetheless. All right, so that you get to the healed version of both yourself and the inner child, as well as your bank account, your wallet, your business, your marriage, your caring connections, your connections with your children. It's all included. All right. That's why we talk about it. As I say that, I'm looking at the Seven of Swords. All right. Your higher selves, spirit, your spiritual guidance team, they don't want you to give up, Charlie. All right. You are the gift. You have the ability to make change and or reverse, certain circumstances, and or forgive and free yourselves from other circumstances. Okay. It's all, I'm speaking in code here because it's a general collective message. Okay. Hopefully you get that. But whatever and what all ever that's inclusive of. And I do see with the Eight of Wands, again, heavy evidence of transformation. I think that's coming through for the collective, because it's like, again, there's like these aspects of the path. And I get it, but it's concerning because it's like you've gone 23 steps on the path and then something or nothing happens and you're questioning it. And I think you're questioning it because at your root, the issue here is a bit of impatience. Maybe even a bit of entitlement. Like, I've been doing the work for this many years, this many months, these many days. I put in my prayer and petition 2 years ago. You know what I mean? And I get it. Like, it happens. It happens to the best of us. But again, it's kind of going back to, hey, you got to remain stubborn in what? The faith, not the impatience, right? Because when you're rocking with the impatience, you're literally energetically and or spiritually, which trumps anything you see here. You're literally sending out a code, an energy vibe, a solar flare, if anything, right? That says, hey, I don't believe this is coming in. I'm not going to receive it. And so the universe goes, hello? It was right there. You just, okay, boop, boop, boop. It just retreats. Like, all right, energetically, just being backed up. You go, well, you're not going to receive it. You said you don't want it. And then you're walking around in the natural going, God hates me. I don't understand. Everybody else's prayers work, but mine is, because you're creating that. Listen to you. Get stubborn in the other stuff so you receive it. I know it's been 2 years and somebody's been waiting 9. You're talking about 2. Get grateful. Allow it to come in. It's right there. We've been talking about the new beginning for the collective for months. And many of you are failing to understand that we're already in the next year's energy. Energy is everything, not time, not the calendar, not the man-made shit, not the matrix. And what are we saying about next year? Really great things. Really great things. And it came out even in today's session. So do you want to bat it away? You want to get all impatient in your panties and boxers bunched up talking about, not me, universe? Don't be that one. And if you are that one, accept the fate you're creating with a smile and gratitude just the same. See how that works? You know what I mean? And let's be honest. If you're actually acting and actioning out with actual gratitude, You won't be that one to create a toxic or even a toxically positive path. So don't worry. Either way, it's giving you're fine. Just keep going. All right. That's for someone. Instagram, sit tight. We've got to get more messages, especially regarding the year 2025, especially if you identify as an entrepreneur as well. And you know what? During this little intermission, I invite you, you're very welcome to do so. Head on over to YouTube to get your cards read for free right now. All right. If not, love and light either way. And we'll be back with more messages. One moment. Okay, Love and Light Queen Von Shay Tarot, Love and Light Aisha. Okay, let's see here. Exactly, Shanice. Patience is going to pay off way faster than impatience. Okay, and it's going to pay off. You guys, again, can't say it enough. There's this element of surprise to it, you know. But yeah, we got to get out of the mental space. I'm looking at that as well. And get into the hangman energy where you go into your little cocoon, okay, and make that downtime, make that alone time, make that, time in general work for you. Heal up, get ready, so you don't have to get ready later. Okay, let me see here, Aisha. Love and light, Bethany. Yes, attitude of gratitude. I'm grateful for you, collective. That's for sure. I'm also grateful for this day. And so I'm grateful for the collective. I'm grateful for the day. And I'm also grateful that we got to spend moments together of it together. So that's a lot of gratitude. That's a lot of positive energy. I hope you feel it. I mean it. And this is also an example of how to quickly just, boost. It's kind of given like in Super Mario Brothers, whenever you'd like eat the mushroom or the star and you'd like get bigger, right? It's like, okay, no, I feel, yeah. And see how gratitude works to like beautify your path as well. But it also assists your manifestation. It's like a win-win. Why wouldn't you just already be grateful kind of thing, right? We have a no here, Aisha. Coming out for you and the bottom of the deck. I don't know if, I think maybe the better question is like, should you continue to conserve space for Chris, right? I know we talk about him a lot. I don't recall like the history because I can't like remember. I wish I could remember all of the readings, but I can't. And that's why, if you guys feel the need, book a session, even if it's just one question, because these free yes nos aren't it. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like, okay, yeah, yeah. But we might find out that, we might find out that there's something going on behind the scenes that you're being protected about, that it just can't work right now, but it's not like a no for the rest of your days kind of no, so be mindful of things like that, you guys, when you come on for the free readings. I'm doing my best. I'm not getting anything else through the channel. You know what I mean? But love and light to you, Aisha. I'm not here to manipulate the cards. I just wish I could make it all always be great and good for us. I if I could, I really, for real, I would every time. But I know also that that's not really actually an action out of balance either, right? I do wish the best for the collective. I don't like to deliver like no's when the no's are like not giving high vibes, right? Sometimes no's can give high vibes, so there's that. All right, let me see here. I want to make sure I don't skip over. Ooh, unexpected visitor, Shanice. Let me see here. Ooh, whoa. I got two maybes coming out of a tower moment from the deck. My goodness. Let me try this again for Shanice. Ooh. Oh. I just want to see this one. So we have two yeses. King of Wands. Okay. And the Four of Cups, I see you. And what I kind of want to call the bottom of the deck, it was a card I was guided to. It's not the bottom of the deck, is the Four of Swords. Speaking of healing, speaking of truth, speaking on definitely brighter energies, and the Star, which I can't really show because of YouTube. All right. Is on the bottom of the deck. All right. Have fun. Wrap it up. Strap it up. Let me stop. You know. Okay, Aquarius. No, let me stop. Okay, Star, Shanice. Live and light, eat me. All right, let me see here. Thank you for being grateful for being here, Shanice. That helps. That helps the collective as well. Thank you so much. Thank you, Bethany, as well. It does help spiritually, mentally, and physically for sure, to really infuse gratitude into everything. All right. Helps you keep your sanity as well. All right. So we have a yes, okay, and a yes at the bottom of the deck. Hold on, let me see here. Ooh, this is interesting because this Six of Pentacles does come with the scales of justice. You know what this is giving? Eat me. You may be called in to have to like jump through some hoops. But this doesn't give like an unfair yes. And I'm looking at the Empress at the bottom of the deck. So it's like, you know, your situation may be highlighted, investigated, looked into, but not in a light most unfavorable to you, eat me. Okay. And actually with the cut the deck to the King of Swords, which also gives another yes here. Wait, is this upside down? Hold on a second. Okay. And now I'm looking at the Eight of Wands. I was actually channeling something about, you know how it's like, it seems like all odds are against you and you've got to like almost walk that green mile or like, you know, like walk down to your fated execution, perceived execution, right? But then it's like in the 11th hour, you realize, oh, this was actually all for my good. I didn't die. And I'm actually more supported and more clear about some things on the other side of it. That's what I'm getting just off of the King of Swords alone. But with the bottom of the deck now indicating the message, like fiery rapid messages, as well as travel transformation, it's kind of giving like, you know, you're sounds odd to say, it might be that you're better off for it because without the catalyst, you might be lacking some of that clarity. And this also could be part and parcel of you having understanding in a personal note through personal experience, how to help others that are expected to jump through some of those hoops. Excuse me, I said hopes. Keep hope alive, eat me, right? But you also could be part and parcel of helping others to do just that. Okay. Especially those that resonate with jumping through some of those system hoops. Okay. Love and light to you though. My goodness. You know, and just because you're at risk, exactly, doesn't mean that you're literally sitting there. You know what I mean? So don't fear that. Don't create that experience because then, you know, you ultimately could be the reason why you're sitting there, if that makes sense. That's demonic projection. Eat me. Cleanse your energy. That's a demonic projection. That makes sense. When we're sleeping, you know, there is a level of vulnerability. That's why most of us, you know, unwarranted, unprompted, perhaps, you know, don't sleep during certain hours of the day or night, whether it's the standard textbook version of the witching hour or not. Those that know. Okay, so let me see here. Let me see. Love and light content. All right, job offer in the next 48 hours. Ooh, it's feeling very urgent. I don't know why I just went to the airport. Traffic controller or luggage handler. Or you could be traveling for work. Ooh, we got a yes. Hold your strength. Keep that stubborn energy with your faith and not your fear here. Content. All right, like we were just going over a few moments ago. And congratulations. Oh, I want to shuffle this. What's going on? There's like, I keep asking, like, is it upside down or no? And I don't know what happened. So hold on, let me shuffle. You guys, today is the day we get another deck. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. And I also ordered another yes/no deck so that I could keep it going in case one gets wonky. Always thinking of my collective. Okay. Because I know I'd be having y'all waiting long enough for your free readings. I get that. So I'm trying to streamline the process. So thank you for those that tip and donate. All right, let's see here. What's the next one? We got content. Love and Light, Queen Beautiful. All right, let me see here about Leo. Ooh, within the month. You got a confirmation 3 times, Shanice. I love that for you, babe. All right, let's see Queen Beautiful. All right. Ooh. Ooh, hold on. All right, so we got a no card, right? But hear me out. The bottom of the deck is indicating yes. All right, so we're looking at the 10 of Swords. And we're looking at the 7 of Pentacles, which talks about things coming to fruition. On the other side of this mental swords energy, right, this is the delay. Okay, so it might not be this month. It might be next month. Also, it could be that the yes comes in the 11th hour of this month. Okay, something about the 11th hour. If there is an apology owed, it does come in. And I'm again looking at that strength card. So that's what I got for you, Queen Beautiful, right? Regarding your Leo. It may not be this month. You do get a reach out or reach back, an apology if applicable. But there's a lot of swords energy on the part of this person. I'm not getting that it's your or simply your energy. I'm getting that it's on the part of that Leo. And you know what I know about the divine, they don't like that kind around the chosen ones too long, too much, because you know shit can rub off. Oh, you're mental, you know, like you're feeling anxious. I'm feeling, you know, we're freaking empathetic, right? We're gonna pick up on that and then have to choose all over again. Should we rock with the anxiety? Should we sign up for the karma? You know what I mean? And so sometimes, you know, even when we're ignoring some of those red flags, okay, the divine goes, yeah, no, it's not happening yet. Or it's not happening at all, right? So all I'm saying is with Leo in that kind of mental space, that is going to most assuredly be some form of delay. So send this person, you know, love and light, but not in the manipulative sense. Like I'm going to send love and light so that they come in, just in general, because like you have a heart that beats, just send them love and light. All right. And allow the divine to do what it's going to do. All right. Don't hold your breath about it. Live your life in spite of this delay and know that eventually, you know, this person reaches back. Okay. Love and light, Queen Beautiful. I see the next question here is from Macaroni. Love and light to you, Nico Blue. I see your question down below as posed. So one moment here. Okay, we're going to do Macaroni so I don't get lost with the box here. Nothing intentional, Nico. Okay, hold on. Macaroni, let's talk about RK. Okay, RK. Ooh. So we got an immediate yes, all right, a passionate yes, and it is giving tomorrow with that. Is that the 10? Yeah, that's the 10 of wands. So that's what I got for you. Macaroni, love and light to you and RK. Okay, now let's see here, Nico Blue about unblocking the Virgo. Oof. Hold on one second. It's like you're all in your head about it, honey bun, but if you do it, it gets better, right? It's giving celebration, maybe even happy holidays. Nico? Don't you want that? No, let me stop. But, you know, unblock the Virgo, all right? As a Virgo who's currently blocked, unblock the freaking Virgo. Let me stop. It's not fun being a Virgo that's blocked, but, you know, block happens. I get that. You're very welcome, Nico. Love and light to you, babe. Okay, and thank you for your patience on that. That wasn't personal. I'm just like trying to be orderly. And I'm realizing I don't even have my glasses on. This is great. I'm doing great, guys. All right. Okay. And you guys be sure that you're subscribed, please and thank you, and like the video. We're doing stuff here. All right. We're doing big stuff here. So okay. Oh, that's okay, Eat Me, but good for you for healing to the point where you're not triggered to block. I too have been triggered to block, and I'm like, I actually have to reverse that. And I feel like it's gone unnoticed, but it's fine. I noticed. So there's let me stop. All right. So we're going to get into the rest of the message, it seems, right? Because we got everybody served so far. All right. I feel good about that. Let me just hydrate. Let me go for the water. I'll be good. You guys speak into your water. All right. You know, it can be much more medicinal than it's going to be coming out the bottle, right? Or coming out of the faucet, you know, for those that drink. Definitely, if you're drinking faucet water because you have to, I get that. Definitely speak into that freaking water. You know, this is healing water. This is healing water. This is healing water. Healing water, heal me. Healing water, heal me. Healing water, heal me. You say that into it at the molecular, structural level. That water changes, becomes medicine. All right. As you drink, you know, throughout the day, anything, everything has water, inclusive of your body. Speak to it. Okay. Heal. All right. Because with every breath, with every, you know, means, method of travel, there's toxins and toxicity and chemtrails. Right. So, you know, just keep yourselves preserved. It's fine. Now, I have 3 cards. I was guided to the Aboriginal healing deck. So that tells me that, you know, something about shaman came through the channeling earlier, and I feel like I didn't say it. There's aspects of yourselves, going back to that star card, there's aspects of yourselves that I had talked about the, you know, ancient Egyptian civilization. But in around that time, I did hear something in the channel that said shaman, right? And now I'm realizing we were previously guided to the Aboriginal healing deck. That's giving shaman vibes. So you could have, you know, guides that are shamans. Really, our guides are other aspects of ourselves anyhow, right? So it's why you have ties to certain people in history that you've learned about in textbooks and stuff, right? It's because you too are part of them, just the same that you are part of the divine. Makes sense? Okay. I know I'm giving a lot of golden nuggets, as it were, here, but you know, try to get these, rewind it, sleep to it. Okay. But you know, you're coming out here as you know, a previous incarnate of a shaman, and or, okay, irregardless of whether or not you're Aquarius, you know, birth chart placement with that star card, you know, you're coming out that you have the assistance, going back to that as above so below, to some shamans, heavy hitting shaman energy coming through. And this could be part and parcel of why we're looking at an Aboriginal healing deck. Okay, I didn't realize that until just now though, so I'm still kind of low-key processing through that. We've got 3 cards. 3 speaks of divinity. It also speaks to communication. All right. So this is definitely part and parcel of that guidance looking to come to you now. The first card indicates reassessment. We're going to talk about it. All right. We also have success coming out nextly for the collective message here for today. All right. As well as discretion. Okay. The reassessment card, it says take time to take another look at a particular situation. There's many possibilities. However, each possibility will lead you to the same outcome. You have nothing to lose. All right, so that's the guidance being afforded to you now from your shamanistic ancestors, and or generally spirit, the spirit realm, your spiritual guidance team. Some might even say your higher selves. See where I'm going with this? It's all connected. All right. So, you know, whatever is probably the first thing or the first couple things that entered your mind about taking another look at a situation is whatever and what all ever we're speaking on. All right. There's a lot of possibilities, I almost said opportunities attached to the outcome of this. And I don't know if that is part and parcel of the fear of success, of the disgruntled energy, because there's so many working parts and there's so many variables, it's becoming overwhelming. And that's also why, the messages coming through, they all lead to the same outcome. You have nothing to lose. It's giving just what did you want was the question, not do you get it, not does it work, not will you make it. It's what do you want? You already made it. You're already the success. You already exist. Okay, Charlie? You know what I mean? Right? Going back to that Charlie and the Chocolate Factory reference. And here is the success that some of you are fearing. Okay. And nobody's coming for you for fearing that. It's just why though? Like why? Because you should definitely figure that out, because there's a root there that needs plucked so that you can get on to the getting on beyond even whatever and what all ever is part and parcel of this situation you're being asked to look at a little bit closely. Okay. Or again, or to not give up on, to be stubborn and faith-filled about, perhaps. All right. General collective message. I'm not here saying everybody with something on their mind, you definitely should be stubbornly faith-filled about it necessarily. You got to check, right? Some of us want things that just mean us no good. All right. It happens. It happens to the best of us. It's also part and parcel of learning and growing our soul. So really no stigma needed to be attached. It's just we're talking about it for protective and or preventative maintenance measures, not to call judgment and shame and attach stigma and some freaking scarlet letter upon ourselves. Nobody said that. You don't have to do that. You shouldn't do it. All right. Success. You are worthy of the success, collective. Allow these feelings of accomplishment to fill you with contentment and self-satisfaction in your achievement. And many of you are saying, well, I didn't achieve it yet. Who told you that you didn't besides you? Were you waiting to receive it firstly to understand that because it exists, right? It exists for you because you want it so damn bad, because it is crying out for your soul to experience. It means what? You've already achieved it. Unless and until you believe otherwise, which is really the epitome of not matching, not aligning to what already exists, which is the success that you're fearing. So it's kind of silly to fear something that you just already are, you just already have, it already happened, it was written in the stars, right? Right. So you could just, oh, okay. And just don't give up. Just continue to get on through. Just continue to be stubborn in your faith. Be stubborn that you will see brighter days ahead. You will see that good path. You will feel it, hear it, taste it. Be all up in that. Okay? Now, this is not a call to understand that you are successful at manipulating other people's free will. You're not going to be here, nor should you intend to be successful at manipulating others to their detriment. All right. So again, it's kind of given that, understand that the achievement exists. Understand you have nothing to lose. Understand you're on the good side of karma here, collective. That's why you're not being asked, hey, will you make it? Did you get it? Do you have it? No. You're being asked, what do you want? Whatever else do you want? You already got what you asked for just before you asked for it, because it already existed for you. That's why you knew to ask for it. When you asked, you were calling it in. It already existed. When you asked, you received. Past tense. Nobody said when you ask, it immediately appears before your eyes. It can, though. Don't get it twisted. It can. They can. Okay? Success. You are worthy of it. Yes. But you just are. Unless and until you understand that. And it's not a call to narcissism. It's not a call to being delusional. It's a call beyond the delusion to see clearly in spite of illusory energy, in spite of trickster spirits, in spite of karmics that are contracted at the soul level. So we don't hate them. We understand. We appreciate them. We're grateful. All right. That are contracted to thwart us off. Hey, did you have stubborn faith? How about now? You still faithing? Are you faithing on a Friday? Are you faithing on a Tuesday? They're going to try it. They're contracted, dare I say, coded to try you. Just like you're here to be tried. Oh, yes, take your power back in spite of the fuck shit. You're here to be tried, collective. You're chosen. What is the point of running on an obstacle course without the obstacles? Makes sense? The obstacles are necessary for, dare I say, the triggering into what? Another T word, transformation. Don't you want that? The 2.0, the 5.0, the 9.0 version of yourself? Well, you're going to have to go through an obstacle or two, maybe some trauma. Make sense? Call your power back in spite of it. Yes, trauma happened. Yes, drama happened. Yes, they were toxic. Yes, you didn't deserve that. But can't you make it purposeful now that you understand who you are and that you have power in spite of the fuck shit? And that just because somebody projects onto you, evil eye or otherwise, you don't have to succumb to it, submit to it, bow. You can refuse such to the point where it doesn't even hit you. You've already blown it back spiritually onto them. Immediate return to sender. Didn't even need to light a candle, not even a match. When you're built up, when you're stubborn in the faith, that becomes far more easier to do. And that's why we're always talking about, hey, you faith-filled right now? How about now? And that's why the divine allows for the karmics to say, hey, you faithing on a Friday? You faithing on a Tuesday? You faithing on a Sunday? You get where I'm going with this? All right. So take your power back in spite of the fuck shit. The fuck shit isn't there as a reminder, hey, you could lose. Hey, you've already lost. Hey, you're already here. You won. Most beings don't get to just be here. Did you know that? This ain't for the faint of heart. You had to have some merit about yourself, some wits about yourself. You had to be some ascended master-ish about yourself, your path, your thinking, your mindset. And even once you got here, what did you have to do? Learn and grow your soul. We weren't even done yet. So please be honored to be here. Don't just be oppressed, depressed, angry, resentful. Those are traps to keep you out of the very things that you came to do here, to keep you from being the very things you already are here, in spite of here. Because this ain't your home. Okay. Discretion, the next card out here. Friendships are fantastic when there is equality in the relationship. Maybe it's time, collective, to undertake a quick audit of your friendships and ensure they are reciprocal. All right. Do you need to access denied somebody? It seems like somebody's got to access denied somebody because we're talking about this card. You got to use your discretion, yes, but you got to stop dismissing the red flags. You guys are too damn intuitive not to have discretion about yourself. So I feel like the discretion ain't it. It's not the only indicator to take a look at here. It's why are you dismissing the red flags? Why are you holding on to them as if they are your Four of Pentacles? Why do you believe that they give to you when they simply and solely take? Why don't you want to admit to yourself, in spite of others around you knowing this fact, that this person simply and solely takes from you and does not give and does not behoove you well? What is it about yourself, your lack mindset, that allows you to stay tethered to the situation, to this person, to this connectionship, to this relationship? All right. You've got to hold yourselves accountable in the dismissal of said red flag energy. And the reason why is because you are in charge of you, not that other person, not that job, not that location, not the circumstances. You are in charge of the circumstances. The circumstances are not in charge of you, unless and until you believe that they are. And then, well, damn, why would you do it? I don't want to watch. I don't want to see that. Please don't make me read your cards. I don't want to cry. Right? Aren't you tired of crying, collective? Somebody needs to heal this. Excuse me. Yes, heal this. You need to hear this. You are loved by real people. They made a card about it for you. Can you believe now? All right. I didn't say the entire world. I didn't say your ops. They're not coded to love. They're contracted to do other stuff that they do quite nicely. I mean, they're kind of great at it. So, you know, take your power back and see it for what it is. You can see positivity in everything if you want to. That's how you got to dismissing some of those red flags, right? So take your power back and do it differently. All right. If you want to see something, you know, as what it is when it isn't, you might actually apply that next time you're fearing that some of your manifestations, though they exist, maybe don't exist for you, and or though they may, you know, you may have an understanding they exist for you. You're telling yourself simultaneously, but they won't come in soon, and or they will be hard to come in. It will be a long, hard wait to cut. Why are you doing that? Take your power back. Create far greater than that. All right. Also check yourselves. Why would I fear that? Is it because, you know, somebody is perceived at abandoning me? And you have to say it that way because you guys, abandonment issues are tricky. Like you can have like the direct connect abandonment issue, I like to call it, where it's like mommy and or daddy left, checked out, was never there. Okay, that's abandonment. But then there's like, because you've already had that wounding and somebody didn't comply to your liking, perhaps. It's not in the general textbook sense giving abandonment, but because you're triggered, because you're, you know, wounded, you overarch the energy and you immediately translate their action in or or interaction, right, as you're abandoning me, just like mommy, daddy. And it's like, whoa, because you would need to check that. It's like, okay, you understand you're triggered. You got to check the triggering. Is this accurate to believe that, you know, Jeremy abandoned me just because he said that he had to study and so he couldn't come out to the bar? Is that abandonment? Are you sure? And I'm pretty sure abandonment is your dad never came to the hospital, though you were being birthed out your mom. That's giving abandonment, not Jeremy studying for his final exam. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and so once you can like understand shit like that, you're like, oh, okay, I actually have to check myself. Well, guess what, collective chosen ones? You got to check yourself quite regularly. You wouldn't want to be the one that has to wait on the other divine energies to check you. It's much more painful, a lot more expensive. So there's that. Okay. You are loved by real people. You will be more prosperous in the near future, also coming out for you, collective, from the fortune cards. You are also being asked to be optimistic. There is that attitude of gratitude. All right. It's really going to work to call this in. You should use your brains more is also coming out, right? So some of you, you know, it's giving read the room, make it make sense. Did you find the red flag? Are you choosing to dismiss it? Why? Like we need to actually think about this, because walk around dismissing ginormous red flags waving overhead is to, in fact, most assuredly wave our own red flag. Now we're becoming part of the problem. Once you realize that, you're like, oh, yep, no, what we're not going to do is wave the freaking red flag. I didn't even want a flag in my hand to wave. I got other stuff to carry, like purpose and greatness, right? And you're just like, yeah, no, I'm not with the fuck shit. I'm going to, you know, use my head about, you know, this situation, these people, these friends, frenemies, right? And it also states, be careful in your business dealings for the next few weeks. You guys, if you've got money tied into business ventures with friends, cohorts, you know, take the steps and measures necessary to reduce that truth. All right. I mean, I get it. It's not necessarily an overnight or snap of the fingers process, but gone need to be the days of that toxic positivity connected to collaboration, especially in business, whether big or small. Okay. Right now, there's so much of a shift from old earth, old timeline energy into the new. You wouldn't want to risk your business. It would be to build your business on a shaky foundation, to be, you know, heavily collaborating with others at this time, unless your intuition and or your spiritual guidance team states otherwise. This is a general collective message, so I'm not here saying that, you know, God said, Spirit said, the divine said, absolutely, hands down, 1010%, don't ever collaborate. I also understand that collaboration can make shit shake, okay? I'm just giving you the message that it came through for current energies. You utilize and trust your own intuition as well regarding this, okay? But something unexpected will happen. All right. This could be, again, referencing those few short weeks. You could be going on a trip here, collective, whether you are currently planning to do so or not. This definitely seems like it could also be connected to business, not just like, you know, holiday travel time. And success is your undertaking this year, also coming out on this card. Collective, when this card came out, and it's the last of this particular oracle, I just got that, you know, this is definitely connected to the year 2025. All right. I mean, we're basically, you know, it's like if time regarding the calendar and regarding the year got a little muddy, it stands to reason we're looking at the year 2025. So either way, you know, success, unexpected success, perhaps, you know, unexpected travel as well, could be inclusive of this year's ending energies, but I'm really focused, I can't say it enough, on the year 2025. So hopefully that makes sense. We lastly have some crystal angels pulled for you. Oh, this is not the crystal angels. I thought it was the crystal angels, but it's one of my crystal decks, okay, to assist the collective with current energies and next steps, okay, and just to continue on, right? And we've got a very healing number 4. 4 cards come out from it. The first of which is Unakite. All right. I don't know if you guys can see that. Unakite. We next have Garnet coming out for you. Garnet. Kyrite coming out. Kyrite. And lastly, but certainly not least, watermelon tourmaline. Watermelon tourmaline. So you may know and or possess and or work with these energies, these tools, these crystals. All right. I'm also hearing to say you could have earth chart placements as well. Doesn't have to be the case. But this Unakite is the first out of the deck, collective. All right. And it literally is talking about, quote, answered prayers, end quote. The prayers are multiplied just the same as the blessings. That's why there's that element of surprise, even regarding the very prayers, the very requests and petitions that you've put out in the spiritual realm. Irregardless of your knowledge of that, there is still some element of surprise, some element of it being more grandiose than what you've asked for. And again, this is because you are worthy. All your great work, collective, has opened the door for the divine solutions and support. So whether this is in life in general, whether this is regarding health, love, and or business, all of those prayers, multiple, answered for you by the divine. Purification and detoxification is being called at this time, as well as physical rest, you know, resting your energy even. Okay, so that, you know, kind of makes me feel like if we were consulting the self-care deck, which I actually totally forgot to pull out for self-care messages, interestingly enough, that, you know, you might get the unplug type of request. Unplug from your phones, unplug from social media, give yourself an energetic rest. Okay, you guys, when you're listening to something, and I get it, a lot of us have sensory issues, you know, myself included. I generally do not like silence, but I do understand its value. Sometimes you get to a point where it's like you can just only listen, but to so much tarot, but to so much music, but to so many movies, you know, et cetera, that you're just like, something is just not right. Something is missing. It may be that you just need to actually allow your fucking system to reset. You know what I mean? Like, think about it. If you always have your cell phone on, right, chances are its lifespan is not going to be as great as someone who used it more in balance, right? As someone who properly cycled the battery, etc., right? And so you've got to do that for your own vessel. I mean, you've got electricity and water running in it. Okay, take it serious. All right. Because if not, you're going to ask for a level of dis-ease, uneasiness, and dare I say disease from walking, operating, talking, thinking, and manifesting out of balance. Nobody wants that for you, okay? Inclusive of your higher selves. That's why you're still here listening, okay? And thank you. And thank you for doing the work. Spiritual protection coming out. All right. So we've been talking about, and we'll be a little bit later, some evil eye, right? People, really just pissed that you're just winning, that you exist, right? That you didn't give up, that you're amazingly blessed, right? You are the gift. You are the golden ticket here, Charlie, right? So, it's part and parcel of the path of the chosen ones. Nothing new here. Okay. Watermelon tourmaline indicating stress reduction. Oof. De-stress your mind, body, and schedule. I found that one to be interesting, right? I never really thought about de-stressing the schedule, but there is something to be said for, especially those entrepreneurs. It's like, okay, so the tasks for the day have to be this, this, and this, right? And it's all like, okay, so you know how you could like put the pedal to the metal and like slave over the day, right? Or you could integrate that inner child, right? And make it fun. Maybe dress up while you've got a slave, right? Those that, really appreciate being able to work during holiday hours in costume, right? Comes to mind. It's like, well, at least we're making it fun. Well, you can do that in a myriad of other ways. I'm not saying you have to freaking dress up in a costume every time, for God's sakes. All I'm saying is make it fun, even within your own mental space, your heart space, your energetic bubble. Make it fun, make it happy there, especially if you know it's going to be a long day, if you know the tasks are quite arduous, right? Keep your energy about yourselves controlled in the higher vibrational sense. You gotta, maybe you do have to pull an all-nighter to create something, to make a deadline, or to study, to ace that test. All right, make it fun. Play something nostalgic in the background. Okay, those that have sensory issues understand that, right? But something that doesn't take from your attention to a point where you're like, okay, I'm taking away from my studies. Now I'm fighting to get through my studies, and the studies were already something to fight through. Make it make sense for you, okay? Maybe you can't watch something nostalgic because it would be too much of a pull. Maybe you got to put music on, but maybe not even the music that you like so much. Just let it be the backtrack to the soundtrack of your own movie. And in this scene, you're studying to jazz. Maybe you don't like jazz. It's fine. It's something to put on that's going to give to you and not take from you, because you don't care about it that much, but it gives you that rhythmic pattern with which to study. Okay, so check in with the inner child, because the inner child is going to tell you, we like that, we don't like that, we like this, right? And you can get to the getting on to some of those adult tasks, right? You got to integrate it all. It's all connected. It all exists anyway. And that's how all of the timelines exist anyways. You're just here, if you want to align to the one that suits you best, which is going to always be the highest vibrational version. And it's always going to require a measure of work. That's why a lot of people don't want to do it. And they don't get to where we're going, where we've already gone. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. But delegate responsibilities also comes to mind with that de-stressing the schedule aspect, right? But collective, you're being called to rest, recharge, and revive on this fate-filled, dare I say, faith-filled Sunday, with extreme specificity. All right, so you got your crystals to connect with. We talked about some next steps. We talked about how you are supported. We talked about how success is inevitable for you. All right, so now it is your responsibility to do the work and what? Believe. Okay, and that's what I got for the Sunday self-care message, which is definitely inclusive of a call to rest, rejuvenate, and recharge. All right. Oh my goodness. Hold on one second. Just had a tower moment. Why? These cards are so beautiful. My goodness. Very beautiful. I love all decks, but there's just like some decks every now and again that I just really connect with really deeply. And it's funny because it's not even necessarily like, oh, these pictures have like a lot of things or not a lot of things. It's not even that, because I'm looking at, these illustrations, it's like one person in the frame, no person in the frame in the illustration, right? Like this 3 wands, it's literally not even giving wands. It's just like vegetation, tree, you know what I mean? But like it calls me, like pulls me in. It's like portals. Like I get the vibes, I get the feels, right? As I say that, look at this. You guys, look at that. I mean, I don't know the creator of this deck. I don't even know to say the name right now, but it's giving portals, right? And, there is some synchronicity to that, because some people in the spiritual community, I noticed, are calling today a portal, the 24 portal, because it is the 24th of November in the year 2024. I felt like that was a stretch, but now I'm questioning that, because I do see a lot of portal energy coming from this deck. I kind of want to ask what this is bringing us, since we're being called into that. You guys, if you have a question, if you're eligible, go ahead and pop it in. I didn't forget. I'm just also being mindful. 1212, that's a great number. It speaks of wish fulfillment and success. This is a whole damn rabbit hole. Damn. All right. Spirit is so, you know what? I'm grateful, Spirit, because you made it so easy. This Prince of Discs, okay, whether this is a guy, girl, what have you, okay, I asked, what's the portal bringing? And this is not for all of us, okay? I can ask again, but right now I got something really heavy about justice, okay? For those that are resonating with looking for someone to come back, all right? Someone that you would say has your heart or is your heart, okay? You could have been with it not even being the Knight of Pentacles, it's the Page. You could have been waiting for forever. Feels like forever. And you're getting this, and this is kind of tying in with that element of surprise. Yeah, I cut the deck to the Ace of Wands. You're getting this rejuvenation of the connection. You guys aren't even speaking right now. This person views you, whether guy, girl, what have you, as the Queen of Pentacles. It's a catch. It's a counterpart. It's a vibe. It's like, this reminds me, oh my God. 10 of Wands. Yeah, they're coming. They are coming in hot to trot and right around the corner. Right around the corner. Could be within 12 days, and they want love with the Lovers. Could be Gemini chart placements. This is somebody that you walked away from. This is somebody that you walked away from, even though they are your fucking apple of your eye with the 10 of Pentacles, and you shall have them. You shall have them. You're coming out as the Princess of Discs. There's that counterpart energy. Damn, I called it. And they're viewing you as the Queen of Discs. You know what that tells me? They see that the potentiality for not just greatness, I mean, you already are that, but for like legacy, wealth, and abundance. This is giving, they know now that you're their person, and that you are the power couple. You are the gift. But the path becomes most abundant and, dare I say, most pleasant when you are together. Okay. And so this conflict, with that 5 of Wands shall not last. I mean, and I knew that just on the strength of this person showing themselves. This person could have masked up like, no, I don't really believe, like, no, I can take you or leave you. No, but this is giving me the energy of like, why are you making me say this? Do I have to say this? Hold on. All right, I'll say it. This is giving the energy of like, it's so funny that Spirit would use the dogs to be vocal right now. Dogs speak to a level of loyalty. And you know what? I often speak of the energy of a dog whenever I'm talking about not the Page, the Knight of Pentacles, because the Knight is the slowest moving Knight. But once that Knight comes in, you're not getting rid of them, and they're very loyal, like a dog, right? So that's so interesting. But what was I going to say? Okay. It's like, I'm trying not to say this part. I'll be vulnerable. It's fine. It's Sunday. So like sometimes I'll have these oh no, wait, let me say it this way. In the past, I've had experiences where it's like, I'm out shopping and there's a budget sometimes, right? Not every time. We're not claiming every time there's a budget. Just go with it, okay? So sometimes in moon cycles past there was a budget. But money's really no object, right? You see, pay attention. I'm literally actioning out how to do some of this work, okay? Because we're all doing it together. Makes sense? Myself included, okay? So anyhow, there have been instances in moon cycles past where I was out shopping, okay, and had perceived that I had a budget, we'll say it that way. And I'm like, because of that, I'm like, okay, this thing will stay here and these things will come home with me, or whatever, right? And then every now and again in the past, it's happened where it's like I'm laying at night going, should I have loved that thing? I kind of really, that thing was so amazing. How could I get that thing? Like the level of obsession that can ensue. And this is why I didn't want to talk about it, but I'll be vulnerable. So thank you for being kind to your girl and love and light. All right. But anyhow, so it's giving that kind of vibe. It's like this Prince of this. Okay, you walked away, yes, and or you both walked away, you both called it quits, you both dropped the ball. All right. This person could have had other options, you could have had other options. This person could have other options, and you knew they had other options, whether they were trying to say they had other options or not. But that Queen of Cups coming out on the other side of the Seven of Cups. And I'm still looking for this page. See how elusive this person is? See how long you had to wait for this person? See how surprising this is probably to understand that, like, maybe even tomorrow this person is showing up at your door. Maybe even right now this person is calling you, texting you. Like right now this person's thinking about you in a passionate manner. Still looking for, I found the new path. My goodness, even before this page. But this page really is trying to hide that, since day one, they were in love. Since day one, they felt out of control because of your existence. It's like, why do I want to pour all of myself into you? Are you trying to take my soul? Again, it's counterpart energy. So, muggle suits have to catch up. Like, oh, we are the soul. Like, we are not separate. We are we. And we have the propensity, dare I say, the command to be great. Because we are. Right? I was talking to, a very beautiful soul, no pun intended, who also is on the twin flame journey, and I don't know if any of you were on at that point. I'm looking at the Hierophant card, but you really got to be mindful to understand you are not separate. You may be different than your twin. Okay, because different meat suits make sense, different bloodlines, different lineages, different cultures, different experiences in those meat suits, different aspects of even some of the same lessons in different meat suits, in different times, in different dispensations, with different working processes in the mental and the heart space, okay? Even though you share the same chakras, okay? And that's why it's so damn hard sometimes, because you're like, I know you feel me. I know you're me. Like, it's like, what do you mean you don't get this? What do you mean you don't understand my words, right? It's very frustrating because at the energetic level, it's like, you already know. Stop trying to ignore the obvious, right? But the muggle suit and the ego, right, and the fear and all of that, it's all and that's why you get the runner chaser dynamic. It's so fun there, I get that. But please be mindful, we're talking about this because you might be triggered to a potentiality where you're the runner now. Because again, it's giving, hey, a miracle is really about to happen. Are you ready? Like, this is like jaw dropping. Like, I thought you were, and this is like kind of, not to be like morbid, but it's like giving the, like, I thought you were unalived. I didn't know after all these years, it's like, you're on my doorstep kind of thing. Like, I thought I lost you, that kind of vibe. And Hierophant is showing, okay, saying this is in alignment. This is, by divine order, right, and rule. Okay, you need not fear it. It's not a trap. This is literally the new path that you always wanted with this person. And I have to say it this way because, this ain't the first time you stumbled across this person. Even if in this incarnation you felt they were new, they were not a new energy. This is not the first incarnation whereby either you or they found each other as well, right? So we're always talking about a continuation. Everything already exists anyways. Makes sense? Getting a lot of knowledge in a little bit of time, I get that. But, keep your wits about you and don't obsess. This is not a call into holding your breath and how about now and, fantasizing some sort of aspect of delusion that need not exist for you and or this connection. Okay, so be mindful just to, understand that you already have this beautiful gift, this beautiful counterpart connection, right? And already understand that you're grateful for it. So it too is kind of giving a continuation of how you've just already been existing. Not a call to change up and be all like, the holidays are coming. I hope he comes in right now. Because now you're all like acting out of lack mindset and abandonment wounding by accident. And so we're talking about it so you don't do that again, because you have the potentiality to do it. The timeline exists where you could self-sabotage the crap out of the connection. That's why we're already talking separation in the first place, okay? This person could even owe you an apology. I'm also hearing for asking you or expecting you, with those choices to just rock with the third-party lifestyle. And it's like, divine feminines, divine beings that really are operating out of that sense of balance and self-worth, understand their sex is quite sacred. It is not to be cast around like that, and damn sure not just to be shared and used up. All right. Be mindful, collective. You're having sexual relations with people, and those people, whether they have full awareness, and some of them do, or not, many of them don't, they're manifesting with your own energy, your own birthright, the calm, peace, and serenity you're supposed to be rocking with, the love you're supposed to be gifting unto yourselves firstly, and then your loved ones, to make it make sense. So everybody's served correctly with the correct measure of your energy. So you're not overarching it to the point where you're lacking energy that affects your mental space, heart space, and money and health. And health is wealth, right? It's all connected. So be mindful. All right. Okay, A Pink. Let's see. All righty. Ooh, do we get one? Ooh, we got a yes. Have fun, would you, A Pink? It feels fun there. It might be like a little unnerving because it's like, socially awkward at first. But, once things warm up, they stay warm, honey bun, okay? No worries. Love and light, Teresa. So that's not a yes, no. Could you please read the live stream rules and maybe recraft your question? Yeah, because I don't even want to ask, will she get pregnant? Because I don't know if I want to ask because you're saying it like you want her to get pregnant soon. Will she get pregnant soon? I guess I could say. But when is not a yes, no. All right. So do you want me to ask, like, will she get pregnant soon, Teresa? I'm not trying to be arduous. It's just the rules state you should ask me so that I can answer a yes or no. That's what we're doing for the freebies. All right. Stay ready, J-Wig. I know that's right. I'm ready too. Shoot. Claiming next. So damn ready. Swear to God. All right. Let me see. Do we have any other? J-Wig, no, look at this. This is cute. It's not, I wish it was a heater. I picked this up the other day at, what do you call it? Dollar Tree upped some of their shit, right? So they got the $5 jump offs. Isn't that cute? It's so cute. It makes like a little bit of noise too, but it don't heat up. But I was like, I'm going to share this with the collective so that they can feel warm and cozy and stuff. Like, I don't know. I like to look at it. I kind of slept with it last night too. I was like, oh. It's cute. Thanks for noticing. You guys are always with me in spirit. So I'm always looking for fun things to share and to make us feel good. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, so I skipped over your question. I wanted to talk about the fireplace thing. That's all. No, let me stop. Okay, let me see. Okay, Jay, I'll fuck around and find out. Let's see. Well, we got a very conversational based yes. All right, so and a yes. You know what it is? This person been around the block with you for a few. So this is like soul tribe vibes, best friend and lover vibes. Yeah, justice. All right, so I feel like whoever that energy is, y'all can make whatever work. You just work it out. You just choose to. It's not really oil and water like you're used to, kind of thing. No shade, just saying, because like you used to. You know what I mean? But okay, so let me see here. Okay, Sean. Disposable income by birthday. Okay, let me see here. When's your birthday, Sean? Is it right around the corner or? Well, no, that's okay. Don't play. No, that's okay. I forgot we're on the live, so. Ooh, wait, let me see. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I have the 6 of Swords, which is giving a maybe, but of course we know that's like moving on to calmer waters, right? And it leads on over to the yes card, which is the Knight of Wands. I also had, and I know it came out after, excuse me, and cleanse your energy, Sean. God damn, I'm just like, why? Like, leave Sean alone. Like, please be kidding. Damn, hey, you got a romantic connection, or they just don't want you to have a romantic connection here, Sean? Either way, this money is coming in. I'm over here trying to side investigate. Don't mind me, Sean, because I'm getting a little vexed. Like, why am I burping every time I'm trying to give you a fucking reading? And I know why, but why is the question still that stands. Hold on, Sean. I got mad. Hold on. Cleanse your energy. All right. Get the amethyst. With the amethyst. All right. Cleanse the amethyst regularly, though. Don't just rock with the amethyst, because the only thing is, you guys, amethyst is cool and everything. It does protect, psychically against attacks and stuff. But it does have the ability for energy to be attached to it. So that's why you would regularly cleanse it with selenite. All right, smudge it as well. And you already know who the person is, Sean. So Spirit's like, don't even, I'm not going to drum it up further. I just got mad. My bad. I'll step back. Thank you, Spirit. And thank you, Sean. But the yes is the yes. Okay. On the other side of this money coming in with this no card, all right, which is the 5 of Cups, it's talking about basically the reversal. It's like you're walking away from, the loss, the lack, the despair and grief about, this delay in this energy. And by energy, I'm really talking the money coming in, Sean. But the yes is there. Okay. Just be mindful to navigate the waters. Don't talk about shit to anyone right now. I'm so sorry, babe. I get it on a personal note. It's probably also why I'm high key vexed. Like I said, you already know. I mean, the past 2 weeks alone, I mean, I could just say so much and I just refuse. You know what I mean? But it's giving, right? But this shit about the break, watch, and everyone will. If I could laugh maniacally, I would. Okay. Because it's giving. I'm looking at the judgment angel. You know what I'm saying, Sean, and anyone else resonating with really going through repeated psychic attacks and fuck shit and overcoming black magic and jars of dirt and shit. Yeah, shit's about to hit the fan. Because when this balancing in comes through from the angelic realm assistance alone and beyond, because, you know, source is very much aware, as well as the below. Corporate is being called in here, okay? Whether this is a workplace situation or not, this is very much a divine right, rule, and judgment, okay? So listen up here and find out, all right? But that's what I got for you, Sean. Okay, let me see here. I know that's right. Shit, it is over. We're just waiting for the dust to settle. It's already over. Again, we're already into this new year energy. Those that are really tapped in understand that much. You can feel it in the energy. It's quite thick. Love and Light Kelsey Wells. I'm so sorry. That was a lot. Oh my God, I got vexed. Hold on. You guys listen to those healing frequencies. All right. Keep your energy cleansed. Keep your space about you cleansed. All right. Selenite, quartz comes to mind. Black tourmaline. We talked about watermelon tourmaline, but most of us can much more easily get black tourmaline or even green tourmaline. Okay. Get those protective stones. Smoky quartz comes to mind, right? But, you know, please, we're talking about the crystals in aid. In aid of the support that we already receive through the divine. So this is not a call to being like, oh my God, if I don't have this one crystal, I'm asked out. No, it's just, you have the crystal, it's for you to use right now. That's all. Okay, you got that? And or if you're guided to get a crystal, okay, on the other side of receiving some information about what that type of tool, by tool I mean crystal, can do for you. All right, cool. But it's not a call to fear like, oh my God, I need to have 39 crystals. My life might end in 4 days if I don't have the black tourmaline with the green tourmaline. Like, no, please don't restrict yourselves, okay? That's self-known shit anyways, firstly, right? We talk about these things because to this day they are of assistance and do not take from us, right? Unless and until you believe you need them, then that is taking from your experience, because your experience is that you are free. Your experience is that you are a divine being having a human-like experience. Okay, it's not a call to some form of restrictive and or oppressive measures whereby if you don't have a form of possession, whether crystal, whether financial or otherwise, that you are asked out. That's not a truth, not for a divine chosen being. Okay, so don't operate out of those energies, out of those mindsets, or out of those mental space processes that way, because you are powerful enough to create that truth for you. And then you are restricted, and then you are oppressed, and then you are depressed, and then you are dejected, broke, busted, and disgusted. And nobody wants that for you because it was never on the menu for you to be that, and or simply and solely just that, and or that all the way up until your dying day. That's not the truth. Okay? So act like it, believe like it, be stubborn with your faith like it. Can't say it enough, all right? I'm very well, Kelsey Wells. I hope you're well as well. Let's see about your question here. Secure an entry level job, excuse me. Okay. So I'm just going to ask without the or, because then it's not like inclusive of a yes and no, if that makes sense, Kelsey. So we're just going to say, will you secure the job in sales? Okay. Because unless you want to recraft your question here, let me know, Kelsey. All right. Because you guys read the rules. Okay. Y'all got me working too damn hard. What's going on here? I got questions. It's like either or. Yes. That's like me saying it's either a yes or a no. To an or question. Is that fair? I feel like that's not nice, right? So we're talking about how the question either needs recrafted, the rules need reread, perhaps, right? Okay, let's see. Around the time you graduate. Okay, alrighty. Oh, That came right out. It's a yes, King of Wands. Okay. This is most likely something you're passionate about. Makes sense because you're in alignment for it. All right. I feel like you're going to be good at it. And look at this. This is also bolstering what I was reading through energetically. You're going to be happy about that. Like, not in the sense of like, yay, I have a job. Yay, I've got income. But in the sense of like, I enjoy this job. This job allows me to create income without it being grueling or painstaking. Okay. So congratulations, Kelsey Wells. And happy graduation to you, babe. Love and light, you guys. Thanks for being here. Hope you're enjoying yourselves. I know I am. That is exciting. I love that for you. Oh, in March. Oh, that's sort of around the corner. Okay. All right, Sean. Well, I won't say it now, but I'm also already kind of high-key wishing you a very happy birthday, right? Makes sense. Time is just, whatever time is anyhow. I'm putting intentions for a phenomenal birthday for us all on our next one. We all deserve a phenomenal birthday. So let's celebrate it now as it is and call it in as it should be. Right? Right. Love and light, Mariana. Okay, let me see, honey bun. Ooh, I smell cookies baking. That's fun. You know what, Sean? I'm rereading that. I just want this to be over, right? And I think that on the other side of this pruning process, you break into another 0.0 version of yourself that you probably yourself wouldn't mess with. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're very protected. I mean, we're all protected, but I think that I'm excited for you to catch up on awareness of some aspects of your own abilities, Sean, and anyone. I mean, I want the best for all of us. I think we just keep talking about with Sean because of current energies, if that makes sense. I don't mean to like highlight it like, oh, everyone else, not that. No. Okay, we're all protected. Don't mind me. I'm very protective over the collective. Like when I say love and light, you guys, I mean that. Like I actually love you. Like I love you so much that if there is some sort of perceived disconnect between us, okay, like I can't get onto the live stream. Like I'm literally working through emotions. Like I miss you guys when I say I miss you guys, right? I love you guys when I say I love you guys. Okay. I'm with you guys in spirit when I say I'm with you guys in spirit. All right. It's really real for me, in case those are those may be wondering. All right. But let's see. Mariana. Okay, about December. As I look at the 10 of Cups. All right, we got 2 cards coming out indicating yes. All right, looks like you're going to be with your soul tribe members, some of them. Looks like you're going to enjoy the conversation. All right. It looks like, it's giving happy holiday vibes at least. There could be some other faded connection that is born out of that, or some sort of reconnection born out of that. And this could even be referable to, friend or familial type energies, not necessarily romantic, but I am mindful that the 6 of Cups, does speak to a level of soulmate type of energy. You might also want to cleanse here, honey bun, because I'm expelling some energy. That's not a call to fear, just a call to cleanse. Okay. Call your energy back. Don't engage with people that don't mean you well, right? Be protective of your energy so that you can maintain this type of peaceful vibration that you're being asked to kind of like operate out of and maintain to get to the getting on. All right, to get to the good stuff. Remain positive, right? So that the good stuff allows for it to come in. It could be inclusive of an increase in financial resources as well. All right, could be on the back end of getting together with family or with like-minded individuals as well. Maybe you end up co-creating something that allows for some sort of raise in pentacles or increase in finances. Now I cut the deck to the 10. Either way, it's giving all around good vibes. It's giving supportive energy, and it's giving financial stability as well as emotional. So I don't know what all you were talking about. Good things. Okay. But they're coming unless you say otherwise, Mariana. All right. Love and light to you. Love and light, Evangelista. Olivia. Let's talk about Alec. Love and light, Elaine. I didn't see you come in there, honey bun. Love and light. You're very welcome, Mariana. Instagram, love and light. I really hope you enjoyed today's session. I think it's appropriate that I go ahead and let you go because we're just going to finish with the personal readings over on YouTube. If you'd like a free reading today, head on over there. Links in the bio. But if not, thank you for checking us out. Have a phenomenal day. Love and light. So we have the death card energy indicating no. All right. And the bottom of the deck indicating maybe. There's a decision with the 2 of Wands, this maybe card, that needs to be had, obviously. I do see that, you do appear to have high value with the way this person regards you as the Empress. What is the blockage here? Well, damn, the blockage is the card for fuckery, the 5 of Wands. Are you not speaking at this moment? Did you have an argument? Are you not meeting of the minds on something? Hold on, my deck is doing that thing again. They're seeing you as the Empress, but yet there's this fuck shit energy. Why? Conflict energy. Okay, so this person has options. 7 of Cups. It literally came out in my stagnancy position. All right, so for me as a reader, something upright, it just is what it is. Something reverse, it's the opposite. Something like this is blockage, okay? And this fell out over top the Empress. So maybe this person is really trying to grapple with making a decision. Is this like my situation that I'm going to sign up for the long haul, or yeah, devil card energy coming out. It's like maybe this person has ways about themselves, or yep, I just cut it to the ace, also cut it to the star. So there could be, somebody else, there could be something else, right? Like maybe I know a lot of times, people can find like their person or somebody that is a high candidate to be their person, and they know and understand that, but yet they're not resolved with wherever else they are in life, in business, in pentacles, right? So there could be a whole host of reasons behind. I understand you're manifesting this connection. It's like if you continue on, it's giving the 8 of Pentacles in reverse, the Chariot in reverse, and the 4 of Cups upright. So I don't know if this is actually somebody that, is your equally yoked person. If you're okay with somebody being in and out, somebody possibly breadcrumbing, somebody distracting you, then this might be somebody to do the dance with. But I don't know. I'm not getting good vibes here. I'm so sorry. Even the Ace of Cups is coming out in reverse, healing in reverse. And the deck's not even in reverse. That's the thing. What's the ultimate if, they continue? Okay. So the ultimate, if you continue on the other side of, it's giving grief and sorrow. It's giving hot, cold. You become the Queen of Swords, enlightened, and maybe a little battle weary on the other side of that wandage. But you can make it work for the long haul. I guess there's just some lessons up ahead to endure together. Makes sense because this person is your soulmate. High level, perhaps, with the 6 of Cups. All right, that's what I do have for you. Evangelista. Yeah, see, that's what's going on, babe. You know what? If you want to manifest this connection, the cheat code to doing that is to work on yourself, and not in the sense that, oh, Evangelista Olivia is so broken, so unlovable, and so far off the path. No. Just in general, when you are feeling like you want to love, love yourself, right? When you are, because oftentimes, you know, I talk about this all the time. I love love. I'm a lover, not a fighter. And those things are true, right? But sometimes along the path, I've had to understand that, you know, I had this perceived need to love because I was lacking love. And it wasn't even my fault that I was lacking love. Like, it wasn't like I was sitting there going, oh, you're just a victim. Everybody abandoned you. No, I wasn't sitting there. It's just, it was happening, right? Shit happens, makes sense. Okay. So, you know, you got to be mindful. Like, sometimes we have needs, makes sense. I mean, we all have them. You're not that special to be the only one to have a need or even a desire, right? And so, you know, you got to be mindful that you are the prime candidate, irregardless of the need, all right, to fill that void, whether it's a perceived void or a very real void. Okay. As you continue on to, you know, I want to have some fun. I want to go out tonight. I'll take me. Right. As you get to, you know, if I'm being honest, I don't really feel so safe. Nothing really happened, but, you know, today's times and stuff. And you realize, oh, my inner child needs talking to. And not in a tongue lashing sense, but like, how are you doing? You want to have fun today? It's okay. We're here. We're safe. I got you. I got me. Right. As you live a lifestyle of that, I tell you, you can't get around it. Watch. You got to do the work to find out, though. But watch. You will have caring connections. You will have people also leave you, right? Because you're making way for those that are very real, caring connections. The ones that are not toxic, the ones that are not toxically positive, the ones that you're not trying, or anyone is not trying to fit a square peg into a round hole kind of vibes. No, none of that. Because why? Because you have poured into your own self, your own garden you've tended to, such that it draws in who all is supposed to be part of your world and of that garden, perhaps, even in the most sacred sexual way. You feel me? So, again, if that should not equate to, hear me out though, Evangelista, and anyone making sense of this, you know, that lover with specificity coming in to love you, it must mean on the other side of that work, you'll clearly see this, that they're not to come in and be that one. And you'll realize that you were always that one to come in and be that one. Firstly, hold on, so that you get to the point where the one, that's the one that's given everything you want, checking all your boxes and with ease, you make room for that person to come in and be that one. You give yourself the opportunity to see, hear, experience, and feel that that person that maybe in your current manifestations you're intending to receive was not the one, and that this one, and this is the worst case scenario. Hear me out, Evangelista. This is the worst case scenario. The worst case scenario is that the one that you wanted to be the one ain't it, but that's well and good, because the one that's the one comes in and with the quickness, again, on the other side of you doing this work, pouring into yourself, and you will be a-okay with that. That the one that you're intending to manifest as the one right now ain't it. Okay, and that's the worst case scenario, Evangelista, right? Because really, we could just be talking about on the other side of you doing the work, this person gets healed up right nice, separately and apart from you for whatever shit they got going on, and comes in, and you guys with the swiftness make it work. And once it gets off the ground, it stays off the ground. You're right off into the sunset, and you're, you know, all the more wiser and stronger for it. So either way, you win here. Either way, there's no necessity to fear lack, to fear missing out on love, even if in the worst case scenario version, it's not with that person that's currently on your mind, currently on your manifestation to-do list. See how you've won anyways? So keep your power with yourself and pour yourself into you more is the cheat code. All right. And that's for anyone looking to manifest more love or more anything into their life. You've got to pour into you first. Ask yourself the whys. You know, look at some of the darker aspects of yourself, right? Are you fearing that, you know, somebody is going to abandon you just because somebody did? Is that somebody every somebody? Is that somebody going to be, is your offender, is your abuser accidentally made your God, your authority of your world, right? One man hurt you, so now all men have to come and hurt you. Nobody, especially a man, can come and simply and solely love you because 3 men hurt you. All men hurt? No, unless you say that. And then that's the experience you're going to get. And that's the experience your children's children will get, because you will teach them that kind of templating. And maybe that's what happened to you, honey bun. Whoever is resonating with this. Makes sense. I've been there. I get it on a personal note. And it's templating you have to climb out of. Oh, just because all of the dads in a whole lineage of women, of generation, from generation to generation, have left, doesn't mean that when I have a child, its dad has to leave. Unless I tell myself, yeah, and I agree with verbal covenants with the women of the same lineage of brokenness, of lack. I agree with my mouth gate. I agree with my mental space. Yes, men come to love and leave. Then you start thinking that the love is the love, when really those type of men come to fuck and leave. That wasn't even love. Okay. You have to work out of these templatings to understand how to call in the right kind of person, the right kind of lover. And you can't know who that is, irregardless of knowing what you'd like them to look like and sound like and smell like, until you get to learning how you smell, how you appear in your light and dark aspects of self, and why, right? Keep going. All right. Whoever can make sense of that, whoever is looking to draw in, more love, more aspects of romanticism as well. Okay. You've got to be that for you firstly, because otherwise, how would you even pick the best candidate? Even if you had a line of 23 lovers, willingly saying, yeah, I've signed up to stand in this line for you, right? Whether you got a rose to give or not. So what of it if you don't know what makes you tick? So what of it if you don't know what you'd like to experience in a relationship? That's why you had to go through so many crappy frogs to understand, oh, that's a prince among frogs. Because let's be honest, the prince, all right, whether guy, girl, what have you, just go with the illustration or the illusion, right? It is potentially going to be surrounded by many frogs. And there you are saying, if you're a frog is a frog is a frog. A frog does as a frog does as a frog does. And you're missing over the prince. You don't want to be that one, right? And so now that you know better, you can straighten your crown and choose you so that you learn about yourself. You love on yourself such to you are built up to be able to receive actual love. Again, many of us were taught that fucking was love. That ain't it. Many of us were taught that playing house equated to marriage. That ain't it. That's not true. All right. That's why those same relationships, connections, caring or otherwise, are broken. Maybe don't even exist in your current energies. Because again, whoever I'm speaking to, regardless, you've done some measure of work and are willing to do it. That's why you found the channel. I know that much. Okay. And congratulations and hey, hi, and kudos. I see you. All right. Keep going. All right. You're very welcome, Evangelista Olivia. And love and light to you, collective, for sure. We all got our something. We all got our coursework. We all got our blessings to receive, right? And a lot of times those blessings are the lessons, collective. It's okay, right? All right. I'm just going to triple check to make sure that for the freebies, we were good. All right. So we do have Kelsey Wells securing that job. We celebrated that. All right. Let's see here. And we've got Mariana with great things happening in December. I see that. All right. And we've talked to Evangelista Olivia, and they're amazing. I see that as well. You're very welcome. Love and light to you, collective. I'm going to be back at it in just a few, and give me a couple, 2-3 hours perhaps. And we will pick up where we left off on the live stream yesterday, last night, this morning. Okay, girly was working to get out these evil eye all signs messages. Don't come for me, collective. The channeling just gets deep. I try so damn hard, right? But I'm not here to half-ass even your free readings. Makes sense. So thank you for those that do tip and donate, that will tip and donate. Thank you for those that are, booking personal readings. All right, I'm calling it as it is. And thank you, irregardless, all right, for being here, for participating. I see you guys supporting one another. I fucking love that. Thank you. Thank you. It's very much needed. You guys are making a positive difference, if I do say so myself, even in YouTube land. So how amazing and how powerful are you in them streets? Okay. In your homes, right? In your families, in your organizations, in your communities. All right. Keep going. You're very, very welcome, Monet. And you know what? I'm really your reflection. We're all connected. So thank you. I mean that. You guys, I thank the collective all the time. I tell the collective all the time, I have the best collective, hands down. Nobody's telling me otherwise. All right. And, we're all connected. So, be mindful to give yourselves the same grace that, you even afford unto me. Did you tell yourself today you're amazing? Because you are. Shouldn't you highlight that? I can't be on the live stream all the time, though I try, right? To tell you those truths. But, even aside from the live stream and aside from others telling you, myself included, that you are amazing, you got to know you are. You got to offer that up to you first. All right. That's part and parcel of the guidance, the channeling that's been coming through for the collective for the past few days. All right. So thank you so much. I really do mean that from the bottom of my heart, everything within me, for the love and light that you do share with me. It is a very rare gem in this current dispensation to receive that. And so I'm very mindful of that. So thank you. I just want to be sure that you're giving it to yourselves firstly, because that's what's going to feed me and my energy even more, right? And so that's also part and parcel of, your loved ones. You want the best for them. You want those that understand that, you are authority in someone's life, whether you are, a mother, father, confidant, like there's always someone looking up to us, right? But you guys, there's a heavy channeling coming through about, please be mindful to give yourselves that energy, that love, that grace, that time, that vulnerability to yourselves firstly, okay? Because you're going to see breakthroughs in your life if you do just that, all the more faster. And that's, I think, why the guidance is honing in on that. Not because you're doing something wrong or you're not doing something enough. You are amazing. Cannot get around it. You already exist. Right. But, be mindful, you guys, to give yourself whatever and what all ever you possess firstly, because whatever and what all ever you possess is nothing short of amazing. And you deserve at least that much. You deserve at least you. Right. All right. Okay. So this is for Melissa. Love and light to you, and love and light to your beautiful son. I do have a yes for you, and it's a very, very wish fulfillment type of yes, Melissa. All right. I don't know if you were on for all of the live stream today, but there was a heavy channeled guidance referable to being stubborn, stubborn in faith and not fear. This would be part and parcel of the guidance afforded unto you now with specificity regarding that situation. Okay. I pulled some cards for you, the first of which is the Hermit. We're going to talk about these. I just wanted to share firstly with you, Melissa. We next have the Nine of Swords, and I don't say that lightly. We're just talking about it to guide you. We've got the Magician, right? So there's that hope, that faith-filled aspect of you. We've got the Temperance Angel energy coming out for you, Melissa, as well as your Sun. All right. We next have that Strength card. Pretty self-explanatory, but we will talk about it. I just want to show all the cards pulled firstly. We had this World card energy. Originally, it was in the reverse. I actually had to receive some guidance about that. And ultimately, the World card energy stands in the upright. Okay, this is synchronistic. So I'm mentioning these aspects for a reason, and we will tie it all together in the end. Just still identifying the cards, the Two of Cups coming out. I see that you are very, very close with your Sun, as you should be. The Sun is you know, if you ever question, like, does the Sun get that? Yeah. You are almost like into kindred spirits. Like, this is a, you know, of course, like a mother doesn't want, you know, a parent doesn't want to lose a child, right? But this is beyond that. Like, this is like, you know, how like in movies, you might see like two people teaming up to go on like a special ops mission. Therein lies that pull. I have chills. You know, you and you're doing just that. Okay, so take heart, take heed. I know it looks like you don't have much control. Maybe you're not supposed to. Maybe you do, and you need to see more aspects of where you do have control. Maybe that's all true. Okay. But we next have the Empress. Okay. Coming out on the other side of the Two of Cups. Very bonded, obviously an understatement. And it makes total sense because this is your child, right? But there is something beyond that where, you know, you two are very heavily connected in spirit. We also have some other 10s coming out here with the Eon card. And this is not a traditional Rider-Waite deck. This is the lovely Om Tarot. There could be some significance to, you know, you having ties to ancient Indian culture. Doesn't have to be the case. Bottom of the deck as it stands. All right. You take heed to this divine assistance afforded unto you and your Sun now. Breakthrough assistance. Fiery, passionate assistance from the divine realm. See that protection. See the awareness of the divine. Okay. Now, there is something to be said for, I don't know if you had a previous, you know, I'm not trying to be triggering. I don't know if it was in this incarnation, I'll say it more aptly, where you could have had a miscarriage, not to be triggering to anyone. It's coming through. This could also be that there are other assistants around, specifically likened to that of a spiritual baby. All right. This is for Melissa. Because I'm just getting that, hey, you are such a great mom. That all of the children that you've ever had love you very much, in case you ever wondered. And that would be inclusive of anyone that passed through the womb. I'll say it that way. Okay. Whether this actually led to a stillborn birth or not. Okay. There could be some significance to 3 spirit babies around you and or 3 events of the horrific kind. Okay. Referable to, again, the miscarriage or that energy, okay, of lack. And so, you know, I hate to say this because I'm very mindful. This is a very sensitive situation, and please don't come for me. I'm the messenger here. And I'm trying to help. Okay. I'm not here to simply trigger. I mean, I can't say I'm not here to ever trigger. I'm definitely not intentioning to trigger anyone, inclusive of Melissa, for God's sakes. Okay. But there's something about, the channeling coming through like you are on a special ops mission. Part and parcel of that special ops mission, believe it or not, is centered around you here, Melissa. Somehow along the way, and could be many times, and it's not like the guidance or the air or the energy is coming through like, how dare Melissa have this fear? Like, come on, like, who, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody would have to work through this. Are you freaking kidding me? Right? So it's not that. But when you take emotionality out of it, and I have to, so I'm not here blubbering through the message, Melissa, hopefully you get that. And I do feel the energy. It's a lot. And rightfully so. I'm not here to be, desensitizing anything or unsensitive towards anyone. But there is something about, Melissa needing to learn that lack doesn't always have to happen. Your child doesn't always have to be ripped from you. And even if and when they are, they're still very much there. They're a part of you. You can't get to the severability or the separation in spite of death of a meat suit. And I'm not here calling your babies pieces of meat. It's just I'm trying to get you to take the emotionality out of it so you can get some clarity. Not because you should never be emotional. My goodness. Okay. Just trying to help. Right. There is some aspect to either this incarnation and or several incarnations where you have had a measure of loss referable to your children, whether they were taken from you, through the birthing process, or didn't even get to that stage, or on the other side of it. Could be 3 instances and or 3 incarnations. All right. Yes, I'm trying to help, Melissa. Thank you for your understanding and your patience on this. Okay. So going back to the sun that we're talking about. All right. Chosen ones, light beings, all right, the divine, definitely have a heart to heal and assist its divinity, itself. Okay, there's no severability between us and God, all right, except for our lack mindset is what blocks the awareness and ultimately some aspects of healing, all right. So the divine, being the ultimate strategist, will use more of itself, okay, namely this sun we're talking about, to assist itself, namely you, Melissa, okay, because we're all connected to source, God energy at our root, all right, to understand that lack doesn't have to be the sentence or lot in life. Lack doesn't have to reoccur and reoccur with specificity. And I know it sounds like, oh, it just sounds so damn simple. And it just sounds like it's all well and good and fun and roses and candy to have these kind of conversations, to face these kinds of very real, life-threatening, life-altering experiences. And in spite of it, the divine says, we've got to use something sometimes, somewhere along the path, in certain incarnations where it is most assuredly life-threatening, life-altering energy, to get our attention, to get ourselves, our source, to the measure of full capacity, functionality, and understanding that lack does not have to be our birthright, that lack does not have to be our lot in life, that we do not have to succumb to fear. And it's easier said than done. I get it. It's just also part and parcel of why the divine uses those things, because it is easier said than done. You'd have to actually put yourself into this lesson, this coursework, to understand I don't have to fear. I'm being asked to fear. I'm being projected on that I should fear. I don't have to fear, in spite of what the doctors are saying, in spite of what the families are saying, in spite of very caring, concerned individuals that lack the awareness of the consciousness of the non-severability between us and the divine, us and God, and therefore God's divine powers and birthright energy. See, there's variables when we come here in these meat suits, all right? Those variables often are the root of our coursework, Oh, you're going to fear through these things to understand on the on the opposite side of fearing through the learning and growing your soul, which is why we're all here. All right. You're going to learn that you don't have to fear. Okay. Good on you. Good job. And it sounds so damn simple and so pleasant, but it's not always. It's life altering, life threatening, scary AF, very traumatic, lower density type of energies you've got to face and shift through and push away. And, you've got to hold on to the light and you've got to magnify it. And this is part and parcel of why you two are together right now. In spirit, yes, but also in truth of this. To seek out the truth of this, which again is that you don't have to fear to the point of your and or someone else's detriment, to the point of being unalived. All right. Now, there's also something coming through the channeling here, Melissa, that, again, going to the special ops mission, people need to see that the divine is divine, that the divine does, in fact, to this day have miraculous powers, that the divine can to this day soften and or harden hearts to find answers, to search for truth, to learn and grow their souls. See how that... So, that does ultimately, and I'm not trying to be triggering or offensive, and I don't think any of this is funny, but it does ultimately lead to the whole pros of pain is necessary, okay? Because depending on whatever is in that little beautiful baby's contract at its soul contract level, could very well stand to be that this person, this being, this light being, this fractal of source energy, God energy, however you subscribe, is signed up to most assuredly make sure that those doctors are in fact doctoring, and that those doctors aren't doctoring simply and solely with a logical mindset when the divine operates quite illogically. That's why we talk about miracles. That's why we talk about beyond the natural, supernatural abilities, healings, instances, fated divine encounters and events. Do you know how many legions of angels are in every hospital facility? Right? Do you know how many doctors may never see their presence without some of these catalytic interactions? So, you can't look to the sickness as a punishment when it is part of the blueprinted agenda. And that's why it's important, and I didn't say it's easy, to try to learn beyond the emotions of what's going on, because it allows for you to not be rocked in your emotions. And they will be most assuredly tried when your baby is suffering. I get that. Okay. Your baby could also, on top of it, not have the full awareness of its soul contract. Understand that I shouldn't fear. I came here to be this for such a time as this, because when I do, I am a catalyst energy for changing collective consciousness. Chills on that, babe. You guys are so special and so protected here, Melissa. Okay. Fear not. If you take nothing else from this, fear not. All right, because the fear would be the detriment to all of this. And that's not what you want. So you focus on the good. The good is that you are a divine being, as well as your little one, having a human experience, a human-like experience. And you've contracted to do it because you are in some form, in your very own right, as you should, on some special ops mission. It's not just about the sickness. Do you understand that? Okay. So keep your power. I'm vibrating. I mean, I don't know if you understand. From at least the neck down, vibes, chills. I'm humming here. Power is here. Okay? You are power. That baby, weak as ever, attached to whatever monitors. Power. Just the same. Okay? That's why we talk all the time here, collective. Anyone can get this. You are not here simply to be a victim, because you could never be simply a victim. You're too much. See the light again shining, you guys? It's a trend. All right. I am not orchestrating this. The light is here. Why? Because we, all of us together and separately, are the divine, a divine being having a human-like experience to raise the consciousness of the collective energies here on this planet in this Dare I say illusion? Many of us in the spirit realm understand, even scientists are catching on, that this is part and parcel of some form of program, all right, that we are to essentially learn and grow our souls through. It's not such to the detriment, all right? You know how I know? Energy doesn't die. Meat suits do. Can't get around that. But that's also how you know you don't need the meat suit. That's also how you know the meat suit ain't your identity. So if and when loved ones do, at the divine right timing, even if it's too soon for us, I get that. I get that on a personal note. Please understand. All right. They didn't do anything but surrender the suit. They didn't go away. They didn't not exist now. Right? Right. So when you know that, you kind of understand, like, I don't even have to fear death, because what of it? My identity was never attached simply and solely to my meat suit, simply and solely to my government name, my government identifiers, numeric code as well. All right. So then when you really understand that, you understand there is no severability. You understand that energy doesn't die. All you can do at your best is to manipulate it. All right. And so what I mean by manipulating is, somebody projects some demonic projection onto you. You know, I don't have to receive it. You don't automatically go, I've got to kill this demon. Right. No, you could wrestle for a few days, hours, months, years, and wear yourself out if you want to. That's odd to do at this point. Most of us understand, right? So what would you do? You just bop it away, swat at the fly, right? That's it. You don't have to engage. You don't have to, hey, demon, I'm gonna keep my name in you. I'm gonna keep your name in my mouth. Oh, Beelzebub, blah, blah, blah. It's like that is the epitome of manifesting. Now you're freaking conjuring up some shit. Were you ready for that? Because you could conjure it up, but isn't that a deflection of what you're supposed to be doing? Like, wouldn't that be like a redirection into some lower density vibes? You know what I'm saying? And so same deal with worry. When you engage that spirit, that projection for some, all right, that ideation, you're surrendering to it. You're not saying access denied. You're not saying I refuse, bippity bop away from me. Okay. You're saying, okay, I didn't really want this one. I receive it. And the universe goes, you receive it. Or the universe weeps with you. Like, damn, they're receiving that fuck shit. They're receiving that very experience they didn't want. And they're doing it with their spirit, which trumps this realm, right? And then some of you, on the other side are worrying, are going, well, why aren't the angels helping? Honey, you're rocking with your power. Utilizing divine spiritual laws and principles, whether you're aware of it or not. And that's why it's so important to be aware of your power, right? And you want the angels to step on the toes of God and say, no, how dare you, God, when the angels exist to serve us? It's not the way that spiritual law or principle works, honey. So now that you know, straighten your crown and enjoy your life now, okay, for whoever that is, okay, for whoever and who all ever that is for, all right? Oh, no giving up, babe. No giving up. You know what that tells me, Melissa? If you were just about to give up, you're just about ready to receive that breakthrough. All right. Love and light, Juju Beans. All right. So let's get to the next question here. You and Libra is not a yes or no question. Can you please subscribe here, Juju Beans, and please put the question in a yes or no format, the way that the live stream rules ask every one of us to do. Thank you. All right. Because what will happen, I can't answer yes. I can't answer no. All right. But thank you for the like, and thank you for your subscription today. And thank you for coming back. All right. So once you pop that question into the chat, I got you. Let me see whatever else I got for Melissa. Gosh, that was a lot. Yeah, you got to get out of this Nine of Swords energy. This is the illustration of worry. And we just talked about why we don't do that. Okay. And it's easy and done. All I'm saying is don't give up on not worrying. Try again. The thoughts, the fears, the projections, they're going to come. I get that. All I'm saying is redirect again, get stubborn. You got to get stubborn in your faith and not the fear. You got to get stubborn about not fearing. All right. Because, you know, it's interesting. Look at this card, collective. This goes beyond Melissa, right? Anyone overcoming worry. I'm speaking in code. Just go with it. Look at how worry allows access. That portal's opening up, babe. It's like, oh, I don't know. And look, she's looking down in it, about to fall off the bed into it. That ain't even just a simple rabbit hole, babe. That's a whole fucking portal. All right. Of what? Well, it's heading south. Don't go in that portal. Access denied. Head up, shoulders high, stand up, rise. Be in your power. You are divinity. See how when you try to pretend like you're not, portals open up? Just because a portal opens up, collective, does not mean you got to go through it, okay? Check the portal. Is it a good portal? Well, that one's heading south. On the other side of being activated by worry. Pretty sure that is hell to the no. Don't go in that portal, okay? I don't care where you created it. I don't even care why. It should not have access to you. So access denied, please and thank you. All right, that's for somebody. All right. And that's also for you, Melissa. Don't be the one, okay, babe? You got this. Use that strength. It's coming out because you got it, not because you got to get it. Okay? So just remember, all right? And call on your angels. They are there to assist. They are there to serve all of us. And they do assist. It's not like, oh, if you don't know all the angels, if you don't say them by name, if you don't say good morning and good night to them, that you're just asked out and they just will never help. It's not that. Don't you want more help? You deserve more help. Shouldn't you ask for it? You have to ask for it because, again, spiritual law and principle, your divinity, having a human-like experience. So, again, now that you remember that, all right, just ask for the help that you definitely deserve. And I'm sure you damn sure desire. You desire it because you deserve it. All right. Okay. All right. So Juju Beans apparently is not back because I have made a request and I don't see anything in that chat box. So I think it's a great time to have a great day. And until next time, you guys, Juju Beans, if for whatever reason my screen is glitched and you're sitting there right there going like, what the hell? Like, please answer my question. I got you on the next live. It's nothing personal. We just follow the rules here at Love and Light to You Tarot so that we get all of the blessings and not just some. All right. So there's that. All right. Love and light to you guys. Melissa, definitely, sending prayers and petitions for you and definitely intending to stand in the gap where your faith may fail. You guys definitely send Melissa and her entire family, inclusive of that, son that's really going through it right now, you guys. But everything is purposeful, inclusive of pain, inclusive of the lessons where, we are asked to fear, right? So no shame or stigma should be attached to anything that was discussed today. We're just literally advancing on, and as we should, right? As we should. Love and light to you. Verasphere. You can have a general reading if you book it, honey bun. And so the description box below would have the ways with which to request that as well as pay for it. If you'd like a free yes/no reading today before I hop off of the live, you may do so by subscribing to the channel. Clicking like, God help me, clicking like, let's add the E there for God's sakes, clicking like on the video and then asking in all capital letters to me right now your question, but you got to phrase it so that I can answer either yes or either no to it. Okay, Verasphere, love and light to you. Oh my goodness. That was a lot of energy, you guys. I just get vexed in my, and the thing is, the general collective, even my previous past 2 weeks, right? And then with some of the things that I now know, just spending the couple of days with you, collective, we're going through so much because the new beginning stands. I mean, we cannot get around it. We're looking at 10s, we're looking at 11s, we're looking at 1s, we're looking at 5s, we're looking at 8s. Okay, we're looking at 9s, right? Last night we were talking about the 9s. And I swear I saw 9s everywhere last night. I also did see the 111, I think 3 times yesterday alone, just in my face. I wasn't even asking a question. It's like, I wasn't even searching for any kind of sign or nothing. It was just like 111, 111, 111. It's like, okay, like what was I didn't even know what to look it up about. You know how we were talking yesterday, you guys, on the live about angelic code and how it's important, like, we talked today with Jay about 1212, and it's like, I know that's wish fulfillment, but if that's well and good to know that 1212 is wish fulfillment, but like if I never cross-referenced it with what I was thinking about, talking about, and or doing in the moments that I saw 1212, I might not connect that, oh, that is the wish fulfillment, that person, that job, that location, that task is what I should do, right? I would just go, oh, 1212, wish fulfillment. I got wish fulfillment coming, but I might miss, until we were talking about looking up the angelic code, cross-referencing it, with regards to the current energies, the current thoughts. And you guys can do that by Google. When I'm saying look it up, I'm saying Google it, right? And, I saw 111. I didn't even know what the hell to even connect it to because I just really was not asking. So that is a synchronicity for the collective, that new beginning, which 111 clearly and very easily represents, just stands. It is. All right. Some of us just need to focus our awareness of it to bring it into a fullness of fruition, but it very much exists for the collective energies. All right. Cannot get around it. Okay. Let's see here, Verisphere. Pretty sure that would be a yes. But let's see. Oh, I'm like, where is the deck? Where is the deck? Here we go. Oh, we got a very truthful, very clarity-filled yes. This is a divine breakthrough assistive type of yes. And this particular yes, being that this sword is often likened to the sword of Archangel Michael, most likely would mean that you should connect with Mike to gain some of that clarity. That is definitely part and parcel of what that sword yields. You need to make a decision to actually do this. What that means is maybe you need to actually afford the divine, whether Mike or not, some more time. You need to get into a more confident state that you are able, you are capable, you do receive the downloads and the information when you make time, when you make the decision to believe that you do receive. Okay, because if not, you're kind of conflicted in the mental space. I don't know. Was it Mike? Was it Jerry? Was it, and the whole time you're high priestess. You're intuitive. This is the card about your intuition, but this is also the card representing you. All right, honey fun. So, fear not, keep going. Of course, invite the Holy Spirit, the highest white light, and those guides of it when you are doing this spiritual work. All right, when you are communicating with the divine. But, fear not. I think, you're too intuitive to be rocking with that level of uncertainty. That makes sense. And maybe your guide wants to tell you some next steps on how to remain faith-filled, remain stubborn in the energy of faith and not so much that fear energy. Okay. Yes, Monet, just if you're driving, you see a license plate, it's like 8888. It's like, wow, that's hella abundance I receive, right? And that's well and good. Like, don't nix that part. I'm just saying, be mindful. Like, were you thinking about building a portfolio? Were you thinking about building a website? Like, were you know what I'm saying? And then it's like, oh my God, like I have to build that website. You know what I mean? Like, otherwise you might be milling about like, yeah, no, I got abundance. I just don't know exactly what the next thing should be that I do to build off of that abundance. And it's like, if you would have cross-referenced that, I'm not saying text and drive or look up and drive. I'm just saying, make a mental note to look it up later when it's safe to do so. Because in this scenario, we're driving, just go with it. But anyways, you would know, like, oh my God, Spirit is saying literally that landing page on my website is going to produce, the amount of eyes needed to reach this demographic. Like if this is business related, or, if it's connected to a person, it's like that person is supposed to very much be in your corner. They are very much for you. They are very much connected to, this destined outcome that you are aligning to currently, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. Hopefully that makes sense. All right. Love and light to you, collective. And you're very welcome, Verisphere. Very nice to meet you. Juju Beans, next time, babe, I got you. I don't know. I don't see or hear anything from you. But thank you all for coming on to today's live. And I will be back in just a few. All right. Because we got to talk about who's doing evil eye on the collective and why. All right. And we got through several of the sign placements. Okay. But heads up, collective, we got these 5 signs to get through: Aquarius, Libra, Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries coming out. Okay. Regarding our all signs evil eye, collective message that the divine is insisting we get through for such a time as this. So I do hope to see you on the next live stream. I will be looking for you, but absolutely no obligation. I get it. Live your lives and be free. Okay. Just enjoy while you do it as well. Don't just simply get through it. Live and be free. All right. From moment to moment, this life, this path is what you make of it. So maybe some of you do need to get a little silly today, make some funny noises, right? Just to give yourselves a reason to smile, a reason to giggle, dare I say laugh, and raise your vibe. All right. You're in control here, regardless of what everyone else is saying, doing, or telling. All right. Know your power. Know that you don't have to give it away ever. It's for you. All right. So some of you need to call your energy back. All right. Cleanse your spaces, and just remain confident in the fact that you are loved by real people that even came out today, collective, on a card. Could you believe that? As well as the divine, of course. And you are so protected. Please do not give up. I love you. I mean that. Whether we just met today or 4 years ago. All right. I love you. Love and light.